contractors, a winning lineup, together as one. Today, Atlanta closes out their road trip to Washington with some afternoon baseball as the Braves and Nationals square up from Nationals Ballpark. This is Atlanta Braves Baseball on the Braves Radio Network, lit by Louisiana Hot Sauce.
Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome into Atlanta Braves Baseball. This afternoon from Nationals Park in Washington, D.C. It's the final game of this four-game series between the Braves and the Nationals. On the mound for the Braves, the rookie right-hander Hurston Waldrop, and he faces fellow right-hander and rookie Brad Lord. Great to have you with us alongside Darren O'Day and our producer-engineer Jonathan Chadwick. Ben Ingram here with you. And Darren, a long day yesterday, but a really good day for the Braves. They sweep the doubleheader, now a chance to win 4 straight. The last time the Braves swept a four-game series was 2023. The last time they swept one on the road was 2022. These don't come around all that often, do they?
No, and if you think back just a few days when we arrived here in D.C., we're talking about what good baseball this Nats team was playing. And they were 9-3 so far in September before they ran into these Braves. And the Braves have been having some pretty complete games. You know, struggled to produce runs in Game 2 last night, but pulled it out late. So, yeah, looking to lock down that rare 4-game sweep.
Something that you see in baseball where you can perform to a level and win in one particular game that helps you win the next day. And what I'm getting at is, yeah, the Braves won 2 games yesterday, but what helped them for today's game is what they didn't have to do when it came to exhausting their bullpen. Nationals went through a whole slew of relievers. Braves got really good efforts from their starters, and the bullpen is in good shape for today, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. You know, Jose Suarez, game 1, 7 innings. Chris Sale did him one better, 8 innings. So, yeah, 15 of those 19 innings were absorbed by your starting pitchers. They get 5 days to rest. Thank you, guys. The guys down in the bullpen fighting for the starter scraps, they got to get out there and work today. So, yeah, those starters really did them a good job of, spiting them and letting them be as strong as they could be today.
Hurston Waldrop going for the Braves, and he's been on this mound one time before. It was a major league debut last year. Things didn't go all that well. How is he different today versus the guy that we saw last year?
Yeah, I'm really excited to talk about that as Hurston makes his way through this game today. You know, last year you could see him mentally kind of falling apart, and it's a rookie, your debut, so you can't really judge a guy by that. But I think he's matured so much as a pitcher. And I'm excited to see how he handles that today. Coming off of his worst start of his season, last outing against the Astros, I'm really excited to see how he recovers from that and how he's grown in just over a year.
It'll be great to watch that here in this finale. Braves looking for their 70th win of the season. Last night they handed the Nats their 90th loss of the year. When we come back, I'll introduce you to the starting 9 for both teams, and after that we'll get to the first pitch. Great to have you with us. Braves and Nats coming up on the Braves Radio Network.
Hey, Braves fans, sometimes life throws you a knee-buckling curveball. That's when Truist One Checking steps up to the plate. If you're behind in the count, you won't have to worry about overdraft fees. Plus, eligible clients enjoy a balance buffer for some extra cushion. You'll get a convenient mobile app to keep an eye on things and access to thousands of Truist ATMs. Be ready every inning with Truist One Checking. It's life-ready checking that grows with you. Get Truist One Checking today. Truist Bank. Member FDIC.
Have you ever wondered if there was something special you could put on your food to make it even better? There is, and it's called the Original Louisiana Brand Hot Sauce. Perfectly blending zesty peppers, tangy vinegar, and salty salt. The Original Louisiana Brand Hot Sauce makes curly fries into curl your toes fries, and every plate of nachos into nacho heck yeah. Only the Original Louisiana Brand Hot Sauce is bold enough to be the official hot sauce of the Atlanta Braves. That's Louisiana Hot. Buy you some.
It's time to let the big dog scratch. Win up to $300,000. Play the Georgia Jackpot Scratcher from the Georgia Lottery. Today could be the day.
Hard hit ball to short. Scooped up and tossed to second. Quick turnaround. It's going to be close. Throws it to first, and he's out. Double play.
A Braves double play is a well-oiled machine, just like Valvoline Instant Oil Change. We'll change your oil in about 15 minutes while you stay in your car. The only thing that'll be out here is your old oil. Drive into your neighborhood Atlanta location today. No appointment needed. Valvoline Instant Oil Change is a proud partner of the Atlanta Braves.
T-Mobile is more than the best network in the game.
They're now the best network in America, according to the experts at Ookla Speed Test. So MLB fans are connected from home to home plate. With the most advanced 5G, the most towers, and a signal that goes farther than ever, you can keep up with your teams on the road, overseas, and even off the grid. For baseball fans, it's better over here.
Based on analysis by Ookla Speed Test Intelligence Data 1H2025, compatible device and plan required for T-Satellite. See details at T-Mobile.com.
Today's highlight is brought to you by Toyota. At home or on the road, they're never the underdog. Toyota. Let's go places. Get 1.99% APR for 36 months on a new 2025 Toyota Tacoma Hybrid. Offer valid through September 30th, 2025. Zero down for well-qualified buyers with approved credit and financing through Southeast Toyota Finance. $28.64 monthly payment for every $1,000 financed. Excludes tax, tag, registration, title, and dealer fees. See dealer for details.
Hey everybody, Buck Bellew here. When the Braves don't play at 7, join me for the new Buck Bellew Show here on The Fan, 680 and 93.7, home of the Braves.
Back in D.C., under overcast skies, getting ready for the final game of this 4-game series between the Braves and the Nationals. Before we dive into the lineups, let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. This is the Atlanta Braves Radio Network.
Never miss a pitch of the Braves.
WCNN North Atlanta, a Dickey broadcasting station.
The Fan, and streaming free on the Fan app.
It's time now for the starting lineups powered by Georgia Power, the official electric energy partner of the Atlanta Braves. We'll start off with the visiting Braves. This is game number 153 of the season for Atlanta. 9 games left to be played after today. Braves enter with a record of 69 and 83. They're in 4th place in the East and 22 games back of the Phillies, who have already clinched the division. Brian Stentker leads it off today with his left fielder, Jerickson Profar. Batting second, first baseman Matt Olson, who has 7 hits in this series. Batting third, right fielder Ronald Acuna Jr. Hitting cleanup, catcher Drake Baldwin. Batting fifth, second baseman Ozzie Albies. Hitting sixth, shortstop Ha-Sung Kim. Batting seventh, center fielder Michael Harris. Batting eighth, designated hitter Marcell Ozuna. Batting ninth, the third baseman Nacho Alvarez. And on the mound, the rookie right-hander Hurston Waldrop. This season, he's 4-1 with a 2.78 ERA. This will be the second time in his career that he's faced the Nationals. He made his major league debut in this ballpark last June and took a loss. So once again for the Braves, it'll be Profar, Olson, Acuna, Baldwin, Albies, Kim, Harris, Ozuna, Alvarez, and Waldrop on the mound. Now for the Nationals, they dropped 3 straight. They have a record of 62 and 90. They're in the cellar of the East, 29 games back of the Phillies. And manager Miguel Cairo leads it off today with his designated hitter, James Wood. Batting second, shortstop C.J. Abrams. And hitting third, first baseman Josh Bell. Batting cleanup, left fielder Dalen Lyle. Hitting fifth, second baseman Luis Garcia. Batting sixth, right fielder Dylan Cruz. Hitting seventh, catcher Riley Adams. Batting eighth, center fielder Robert Hassel. Batting ninth, third baseman Brady House. And on the mound, it'll be the rookie Brad Lord. He is a right-hander, 5-8 with a 4.21 ERA. Braves have seen him before, but as a reliever, this will be his 17th start of the season. So again, for the Nationals, it's Wood, Abrams, Bell, Lyle, Garcia, Cruz, Adams, Hassel, House, and Lord on the mound. If the Braves win the game, it'd be a 4-game sweep for the first time for the Braves since 2022, and it would also give them the season series head-to-head versus Washington. When we come back, we'll have the first pitch of the game. Braves and Nats coming up on the Braves Radio Network. Hey there, sports fans. It's Ben Ingram. We're in the home stretch of the season. And just like your team is making every play count, it's the perfect time to upgrade your outdoor space with TimberTech, the #1 premium decking brand. TimberTech looks just like real wood, but without the endless maintenance. It won't rot, it won't warp or splinter. And with industry-leading warranties, your deck will look great season after season. Finish strong this year. See why TimberTech is everything wood should be. Order free samples at TimberTech.com.
When the game's on the line, making the right call can be the difference between winning or losing. Right, Blooper? Making the right call after you've been injured is no different. For more than 25 years, injured people have made the right call to John Foy & Associates after an accident. Why? Because they know we fight to get you everything you deserve, and we don't stop fighting until you get the most money possible. Proud partner of the Atlanta Braves.
Cobb County is Atlanta's sweet spot at home of the Atlanta Braves. Cobb Travel and Tourism is your insider's guide to all there is to see and do in the area. For more information, visit travelcobb.org. From Chicago to Atlanta, the rivalry's heating up, and so are the sandwiches. Portillo's is stepping up to the plate at Truist Park September 8th through the 10th, serving free samples of our legendary homemade Italian beef sandwiches. Stop by the third base gate activation area to taste some hot and dipped beef. And while you're there, grab an ice cold Coke and snag some Portillo's merch to take home. Everybody wins when Portillo's is at bat.
Hey, Atlanta Braves fans, this is Kelly Kroll asking you to step up to the plate for the men and women who have served our country and protected our freedom. The Warrior Alliance, an official community partner of the Atlanta Braves and the Atlanta Braves Foundation, is helping thousands of veterans to achieve success after military service. Either you or someone you know has served and deserves our support. The best way to say thank you for your service is by helping a veteran round the bases on their journey home. Donate today at thewarrioralliance.org.
Hello, I'm Neil Pruitt, Chairman and CEO of Pruitt Health. We believe family makes us stronger. Pruitt Health has served families and communities throughout the Southeast for more than 50 years. If you're looking for skilled nursing, home health, or hospice care, count on our caregivers to provide the personalized plan your loved one needs. Learn more, visit PruittHealth.com. Pruitt Health is a proud partner of the Atlanta Braves.
Hey, Braves fans, this is Chuck Oliver. You won't be able to get through the end of baseball season or the entire college football season without Chuck and Chernoff, weekdays from 2 to 6 on 680 The Fan and the Fan app.
All right, some afternoon baseball for you. Final game of this series, Braves and the Nationals. I want to remind you that Tire Discounters Round Trip or Home Run promotion offers Braves fans a next-day instant savings on sets of select tires, plus a free alignment and a free oil change. The more homers the Braves hit, the bigger the deals at Tire Discounters. Learn more at braves.tirediscounters.com. Nationals have taken the field. Braves will be coming out of the third base dugout, once again wearing the red uniform tops, gray pants, navy lettering, navy numerals outlined in white, Braves across the chest on top of that navy tomahawk. Meanwhile, the Nationals wearing their home white uniform tops and pants, navy lettering outlined in red numerals outlined in navy, and Nationals in cursive across the chest of their white uniforms. Folks, cash in on the baseball action with Prize Picks, the official daily fantasy sports partner of the Atlanta Braves. Download Prize Picks. Use code BRAVES. Get $50 instantly when you play $5. You must be present in certain states. Visit prizepicks.com for restrictions and details. Behind the plate calling balls and strikes is Edwin Jimenez. First base umpire Ramon De Jesus. The second base umpire is also the crew chief, Adrian Johnson. And the third base umpire is Quinn Walcott. Here's the leather for Washington. Josh Bell is at first base. Luis Garcia, the second baseman. C.J. Abrams is their shortstop. And Brady House will be picking it at third base. In the outfield, Dalen Lyle mans left field. Robert Hassel III is in center field. Dylan Cruz will be patrolling right field. The catcher is Riley Adams, and the pitcher is the right-hander Brad Lord. Lord is 6'3", 210. He is 25 years old. He's a rookie. On the season, he's made 45 appearances, 16 of which have been as a starter, as he is today. And this season, 5-8 with a 4.21 ERA. He'll be facing Jurickson Profar, Matt Olson, and Ronald Acuna here in the top of the first inning. So good to have you with us. Little breeze coming in from center field. Overcast skies, but hopefully dry skies as well. We've had a lot of rain in this series. Profar's ready. So is Brad Lord. Final game in this series. And now for the ball game. The first pitch, a called strike. Starting up right on time at 4:05 Eastern, 3:05 Central, and 70 breezy degrees here in Washington, D.C. Here's the 0-1 pitch on the way to Jurickson Profar. He'll send one foul. What jumps out to you, Darren, about Brad Lord?
Well, Ben, you talked about how he's making that transition from a reliever to a starter, and so he's kind of had to expand his repertoire here. He's a four-pitch guy, low arm slot righty, so that really predicts how his ball is going to move.
There's the 0-2 pitch. There's a ball high. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Speaking of things moving, you just lost your game notes and everything that you didn't have under a paperweight.
His breaking ball moves more than my scorebook. Just flew off the counter there.
Here's the 1-2 pitch. Profar sends one foul. The time of the first pitch, as always, brought to you by Schumann Farms. Look for real sweet brand Vidalia onions from Schumann Farms in a store near you. Profar 3 for 11 in the series. Switch hitter batting from the left side against this righty Brad Lord. Here comes the 1-2 pitch. Profar takes a ball high and outside.
The interesting about Lord is he's about 70% fastballs, which is really rare in today's game. You don't see starting pitchers throw that many fastballs. It's a four-seam and a sinker. Sinker's pretty good on righties.
2-2. And a ball punched to short. Up with it, C.J. Abrams has it. Wings it over to first base and one down. So as far as secondary stuff, is the slider what stands out more than anything?
Yeah, that's probably his most used pitch. He just got jerks and Profar out there with a changeup. And I mentioned that arm slot because that makes his balls move a lot horizontally. So that's something these Braves hitters are going to contend with. Not a ton of sink, vertical movement on it, but a lot of sideways movement.
Matt Olson, the batter. Base is empty, and Matt takes the ball outside. What a run it's been for Matt Olson. Second half of the season, and really here lately in the month of September. You want to talk about finishing on a high note. He's doing exactly that. 1-0 pitch. That'll miss inside. Matt Olson has at least one extra base hit and at least one RBI in 5 consecutive games. And both of which are the longest such streaks in baseball right now. 2-0 pitch. And there's a called strike. Able to get a changeup over. He has not had longer streaks of either since concurrent 7-game runs last August. Here's the 2-1 pitch. That'll be fouled back. 2 balls and 2 strikes. But it's not just the big numbers for Matt. It's when he's delivered those big numbers. He's had some clutch homers, extra base hits, including the triple last night in the 10th inning that served as the dagger in that Braves 5-0 win. Here's the 2-2 pitch all the way to Olson. That'll be lifted in the air down the left field line. Coming over and playing it on a bounce next to the line is Dalen Lyle. And it's a base hit for Olson. 1-out single, and he's aboard for Acuna.
It's just rinse and repeat for Matt. He's just hitting the ball hard. We've seen that particular hit location down the left field line, I think, 3 times this series. Got a couple doubles out of it. He's just consistently hitting the ball hard to all fields, and when you're doing that, you're having a real nice September.
So he's at first. Here comes Ronald Acuna. Ronald also played a massive role in that Braves win last night with his leather, particularly. And Acuna swings and fouls one back. Braves getting their first hacks at Brad Lord. We mentioned that they've seen him before, but that was as a reliever. Last start for Lord, 6 innings against the Pirates on September 12th. 3 runs on 7 hits allowed, no walks, 4 strikeouts, and got a no decision in a game the Nationals won. 0-1 pitch, and Acuna fouls one back. Mentioned that he has made 16 starts prior to today and 45 total appearances. So if you just focus in on what he's done as a starter, and that's how the Nationals view his future is in the rotation. He's gone 4-7 as a starter and a 4.93 ERA in their rotation. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Acuna takes the ball high, 1-2.
Yeah, I remember coming into spring training this season that the Nats had too many starters. And, some guys didn't pan out. Some of them got hurt or traded, like Michael Soroka, old friend.
1-2 fouled back by Acuna.
And so they put Lord in the rotation, and he's done okay. He's a rookie. He's still trying to figure out how to navigate a lineup 3 times. But he does a really good job of getting the ball off the barrel, so limiting hard contact. He keeps the ball on the ground. He's got a 50% ground ball rate. So that's kind of the name of his game, is to make you hit the ball softly.
1-2, sent fouled on the right field line. These 2 starting pitchers today, both rookies, Brad Lord for the Nationals, Hurston Waldrop for the Braves, and they both grew up fewer than 60 miles from each other. They're 2 years apart in age. Lord 25, Waldrop 23. Waldrop from Thomasville, Georgia. Brad Lord from the Tallahassee area of Florida. There's ball low and inside. Both weigh 210 pounds. Both are right-handers. Both right around 6'2", 6'3" with height. A lot in common, these 2 rookie starters. Olson at first base, 2 balls and 2 strikes on Acuna. Lord brings it. That'll be spoiled foul by Acuna. Down the right field line and banging around some empty Navy seats deep down the line. Folks still making their way through the turnstiles, through the gates, and down the aisles, settling into their seats, watching the Braves and the Nats roll around here in the final game of this series at Nationals Park. 2-2, chopped off of his foot. Ronald hollers in pain, drops his bat, and now bent over it. Got him somewhere on the left leg, it appears. He gingerly walks around trying to get the pain out of it. On the inside of the left knee. And that's the knee that he does have the guard on, and that did catch the edge of that guard. That's still a direct shot to the inside of the knee. This will be the 20th pitch of the inning from Lord. We're scoreless in the top of the first inning. 2-2 and a pop-up. Shallow right field, drifting back Garcia, and the second baseman makes the catch in shallow right. And Acuna becomes the second out of the inning.
It's funny, no matter how many guards you put on your leg, you're going to hit it just an inch to the left of it. Yeah, he's got about as many guards as you can have on that left leg, but he smoked himself.
Yeah, he's covered like RoboCop down there.
Needs like a bomb disposal tech suit.
2 down now for Drake Baldwin. And the first pitch inside of Drake Baldwin. When you think about Baldwin, and this is similar to what we said about Matt Olson, and for Drake these last few games, especially this series, things have gone very well offensively, but he's delivered clutch base hits. Came off the bench and delivered a pinch hit go-ahead double in last night's 10th inning to plate the first run of the game. There's a called strike on Baldwin. And the run would stand as the game-winning RBI. So Baldwin now has 11 RBIs this season in either game-tying or go-ahead plate appearance opportunities in the 7th inning or later. That's the most by a rookie in baseball. There's a ball outside. So it's not just the numbers, it's the clutch numbers for this rookie Baldwin.
Yeah, nothing scares him. And last night came with 2 strikes as well. We talked about this year what a good hitter he is with 2 strikes. Half of his home runs, 8 of 16 coming with 2 Ks. So, yeah, a lot to like about Drake Baldwin's game.
2-1, little bit low, missed with a changeup. Lord really likes that changeup against the lefties. Matt Olson at first base, 2 down, no score in the top of the first inning. This will be Lord's 25th pitch here in the top of the first. 3-1, pounded out to second, down on his right knee. Garcia's got it, up on his 2 feet, and throws from the first cut of the grass in right field over to Josh Bell for out number 3, and a 4-3 put out into the top of the first inning. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and a man left. Braves nothing, and the Nats coming up when we come back.
5 a.m. I'm up with a crisp Celsius energy drink. Running 12 miles today. Grab a green juice, quick change, and head to work. Meetings, workshops. 1 more Celsius, no slowing down. Working late, but obviously still meeting the girls for a little dancing. Celsius. Live, fit, go. Grab a cold, refreshing Celsius at your local retailer or locate now at Celsius.com.
Now at Verizon, lock in our low price, plus call Latin America whenever. Call Abuelita for her croqueta recipe. Celebrate that goal with your primos. And save big with Verizon. Switch and get 4 lines for just $30 per line per month with unlimited welcome with auto pay plus taxes and fees. And free calls to Latin America for 3 years to an eligible country after $10 a month. Stop by your Miami Verizon store today. In times of congestion, unlimited 5G and 4G LTE may be temporarily slower than other traffic. Domestic data roaming at 2G speeds. Must add global choice plan within 30 days of activation. $10 per month credit applied for 36 months. Terms apply. Up to $5 per month to designated country. Overage apply.
Life doesn't stop after you've been involved in a car accident. You've got things to do and places to be. If your car is damaged, call Farah & Farah anytime, 7 days a week. Farah & Farah, Tampa.
This Prime Big Deal Days, October 7th and 8th, you can get a great deal on a new foot spa, transforming you into the queen of kicking it.
Wait, this has bubble jets. Okay.
Get up to 40% off with Prime Big Deal Days, October 7th and 8th.
Take a hack at guessing which baseball player or manager said the following.
Excludes tax tag, registration, title, and dealer fees. See dealer for details.
The official hotel partner of your Atlanta Braves, Omni Hotel at the Battery Atlanta, is more than just a stay. We're your clubhouse, where everyone knows your name. Book your stay at omnihotels.com/Battery Atlanta.
Hey Braves fans, this is Kelly Kroll reminding you to join me on the Buck Belue Show weeknights from 6 to 8 when the Braves are off, and Saturday mornings from 9 to noon on 680 The Fan.
Into the bottom of the first inning, climbing in James Wood. First pitch from Hurston Waldrop. Swung on and a 2-hopper to third base. Nacho's got it, sends it over to first base. 1 pitch and 1 down. So James Wood at the top of the order on his birthday today. Now 0 for 1 and 0 for 10 in this series. Hurston Waldrop on the mound for the Braves. Here's the leather around him. Matt Olson at first base. Ozzie Albies is at second. Ha-Sung Kim is at shortstop. And Nacho Alvarez is at third base. Tell you about the outfield after this pitch on the way to C.J. Abrams. And he takes a first pitch strike. Jerkson Profar's in left field. Michael Harris out there again in center. Ronald Acuna's in right field. Catcher is Drake Baldwin, and the right-hander Hurston Waldrop on the mound. Abrams swings and fouls off a cutter, make it 0-2 on young C.J. Abrams. Waldrop, 6'2", 210-pound right-hander from Thomasville, Georgia. 23 years old. Abrams takes a ball low and outside. For Waldrop, a record of 4-1 and a 2.78 ERA through 8 appearances, 7 of which have been as a starter. 1-2 is outside, 2-2. That last outing for Waldrop got roughed up in a way that he hasn't been roughed up this season. That was on the 12th of September. Faced the Astros. Went 4 2/3 of an inning, gave up 8 runs on 8 hits, walking 2, striking out 4, taking the loss. And he gets a big swing and a miss there to curveball for strike 3, and a much better start already in this one.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it was a beautiful curveball there. Rare strikeout for Waldrop on any pitch besides his splitter. That tells you how good that pitch is. But yeah, I mean, Hurston got roughed up a little bit last game. What stood out to me is that it was his lowest in-zone rate of his season. So he only threw 45% strikes in that game.
First pitch, a called strike on Josh Bell.
And only 2 walks, so the walks weren't all that big of a deal. But if you don't throw enough strikes to entice hitters to swing at your splitter, well, Hurston's in trouble.
Kind of spoils the effectiveness of that pitch then, doesn't it?
Yes. And watching him pitch, most of his games where he does struggle, it's when he doesn't have good command of that split finger. It's such an important pitch to him.
1-1 pitch, low and inside, 2 balls and a strike on Bell. Well, this last little run for Waldrop, a really good test, because prior to these last 3 starts, I mean, he'd just been grooving. Everything was working well for him. Splitter was working really well. Here's the 2-1 pitch, and there's a ball low. And I look back at these last 3 starts that he's had. All 3 likely postseason opponents. Phillies, Mariners, and Astros. And a really good barometer for where he is as a rookie, facing some of the best lineups in baseball. Here's the 3-1. And there's a called strike. And of those 3, there was really only one really bad one.
Yeah.
That was the Astros start.
Yeah, he's certainly handled himself well. That game in Philly really sticks out to me. Where he neutralized that tough lineup, especially with all those veteran left-handed hitters that they do have.
Looking for a 1-2-3 inning. 3-2. Fouled back by Bell. You look at the first 7 appearances of the season for Waldrop. He allowed just 6 runs total in those 7 outings. Then he allowed 8 runs in his most recent outing. So that certainly seems like the outlier, back to what he was doing today. 3-2, and he goes fishing. Went down for it, missed every stitch of that splitter, and it's a 1-2-3 inning composed by Hurston Waldrop, complete with 2 strikeouts. We go to the top of the 2nd inning, no score in D.C.
When you open a Corona, you hear the sounds of wherever you are a little differently. A little more.
5 a.m. I'm up with a crisp Celsius energy drink. Running 12 miles today. Grab a green juice, quick change, and head to work. Meetings, workshops. 1 more Celsius, no slowing down. Working late, but obviously still meeting the girls for a little dancing. Celsius. Live, fit, go. Grab a cold, refreshing Celsius at your local retailer or locate now at Celsius.com.
Texting terms at unlock.com/SMS. Privacy policy at unlock.com/privacy-policy. Texting enrolls for recurring automated text marketing messages. Message and data rates may apply. Reply stop to opt out. Terms and conditions apply. For full details, see unlock.com/legal. Actor portrayal.
Lisa, thanks for having me over. Your new kitchen is gorgeous. How'd you find the money to do it?
We worked with this great company, Unlock. They help you unlock the future value of your home to get the cash you need today.
So it's a home equity loan?
No, it's not a loan at all. There's no monthly payments and no interest charges ever. And you can use the money however you want. We were able to redo our kitchen and pay off our credit card debt.
Wow, Jack and I could really use this to finally pay off our old student loan debt. How do I get started?
It's easy. Just go to their website.
Text EQUITY to 865-865 to unlock the value in your home and get up to $500,000 in cash with no monthly payments and no interest ever. Pay off debt, improve your home, add to your retirement fund. It's up to you. Text EQUITY to 865-865. Text the word EQUITY to 865-865. Text EQUITY to 865-865 now.
Take a hack at guessing which baseball player or manager said the following.
City the Fan or the Fan app.
No score into the top of the 2nd. Braves and the Nationals in the final game of this series. Braves looking for a 4-game sweep here in Washington. That would be delightful, for we have an off day tomorrow in Detroit and then see the Tigers this weekend. There's a ball outside to Ozzie Albies. It'll be Albies, Kim, and Harris for the Braves here in the top of the second. It's also the Toyota Stolen Base Challenge inning. Introduce you to our contestant after the 1-0 pitch to Ozzie. Brad Lord, the right-hander, misses low and inside on a 2-ball, no-strike count. If the Braves steal a base here in the top of the second, our contestant, Tracy Monticello, will win $1,100 in free Marathon gas cards. 2-0 pitch, pulled foul down the right field line into the seats. It rattles around some empty seats, and some pigeons went flying from down there.
Oh, no. I hope they're okay.
I think they got out of there in time. They were perched down there, probably having a snack. They got a visit from that screaming foul ball. That'll be sent foul the other way into the lower bowl of the stadium down the left field line. Also, you can enter the Toyota Stolen Base Challenge by visiting Braves.com/Stolen Base Challenge. Alongside Darren O'Day, Ben Ingram here with you. High atop Nationals Park. Ozzie swings and misses at strike 3. And for Lord, that is his first strikeout of the game. And for Ozzie, it's his first strikeout in a while. He had gone 29 consecutive at-bats without going down on strikes. And he had been tied with Vladimir Guerrero Jr. for the longest at-bat streak without a strikeout in baseball to that point, at least actively. So one down here in the second. Sung Kim, the batter. First pitch, a called strike from Lord to Kim. Braves had a base hit in the first inning. Had a single by Matt Olson. That was all. And Kim drives one in the air to right field. Dylan Cruz over to his left. He's there, makes the catch. And two-away here in the second inning. Talking about Brad Lord, he was an 18th round selection by the Nationals in 2022 out of the University of South Florida. And in 52 minor league appearances, he was a starter for 42 of those. And he did make the opening day roster for the Nationals out of spring training, but they started him this season in their bullpen. He's kind of graduated into the rotation, hasn't he?
He sure has.
Michael Harris takes the first pitch strike.
Yeah, and this is our first time seeing him as a starter, in person, and it actually, he reminds me a little bit of San Francisco starter.
Well, one inside, 1-1.
Logan Webb.
Okay.
The low arm slot righty, a lot of horizontal movement, especially on the changeup and the slider. And two good fastballs.
Yeah, that Webb sinker is something else. That'll be fouled back by Harris. Seems like when you do make contact against him, it's just beat into the ground. And next thing you know, you've been playing for 2 hours. You're already in the 8th inning.
That'll happen against Webb.
Harris awaits. 1-2 pitch. And a called third strike. Slider on the outside corner. Pretty nasty pitch by Lord. And the Braves go down in order in the top of the second. We go to the bottom of the inning. Still no score in Washington.
Napa has the parts and the expertise.
Life doesn't stop after you've been involved in a car accident. You've got things to do and places to be. If your car is damaged, call Farah and Farah anytime, 7 days a week.
Farah and Farah, Tampa.
Now at Verizon, lock in our low price, plus call Latin America whenever. Call Abuelita for her croqueta recipe. Celebrate that goal with your primos. And save big with Verizon. Switch and get 4 lines for just $30 per line per month with unlimited welcome with auto pay plus taxes and fees. And free calls to Latin America for 3 years to an eligible country after $10 a month. Stop by your Miami Verizon store today. In times of congestion, unlimited 5G and 4G LTE may be temporarily slower than other traffic. Domestic data roaming at 2G speeds. Must add global choice plan within 30 days of activation. $10 per month credit applied for 36 months. Terms apply. Up to $5 per month to designated country. Overage rate apply.
Thank you for calling Spectrum. My name is Angie, and I'm in Orlando, Florida. How can I help you today?
Great. You're still there. It must be like 3 a.m.
We're always here 24/7. What can I do for you?
I know it's late, but I wanted to ask you about the best place to set up my router.
It's never too late. We'll have you up and running in no time.
Only Spectrum has 24/7, 100% U.S.-based customer support. It's only everything. Spectrum fiber-powered internet. It's the fastest and most reliable internet. Go to Spectrum.com to learn more.
Pro Savings Days are back at Lowe's. My Lowe's Pro Rewards members save even more with limited-time doorbuster deals. Save $5 on 24-count Contractor's Choice 42-gallon trash bags, now just $14.78. Plus, get your choice select DeWalt Elite Series saw blades for $9.98. Not a Pro Rewards member? Join for free today at Lowe's. Valid through 9/17. Selection varies by location. While supplies last. Loyalty program subject to terms and conditions. See Lowe's.com/terms for details. Subject to change.
Or tell your smart speaker to play 680 The Fan.
Under a ceiling of gray clouds here over Washington, D.C., it's the Braves and the Nationals in the final game of this series. We have felt the breeze blowing in this entire series. That's again the case today. Maybe not quite as fiercely as it was this time yesterday, but still coming in from center. And, of course, the pitchers love that. And we're just hoping to keep that tarp on the spool down the left field line, keep it out of play. There's a bouncer found on the first baseline. Well, that grounds crew was really working hard yesterday, weren't they?
Yeah, they worked as hard as us, if not maybe just a touch harder. Yeah, they did a great job. A lot of water on the field to deal with.
Well, 1 to Lyle. Ball low and inside. They had all that rain as well as a doubleheader. And there was a point after game one where I'm looking down on the field thinking, how in the world are they going to turn this thing around for game two? And they did an exceptional job. 1-1 pitch. That's a good-looking splitter right there for a strike. 1-2 on Dalen Lyle. He's had a nice series. 4 for 11. First time we've really watched him, and he's been very impressive. Just 22 years old. He's from the Louisville area there in Kentucky. Drafted out of high school. Takes a ball inside. Lyle was 0 for 4 in the finale last night of that doubleheader, and he starts off his day today 0 for 1. Swings and misses over the top of a splitter. 3 straight strikeouts for Waldrop going back to the first inning, and I want to go back to that first strikeout because you expect this swing and miss with 2 strikes on the splitter. He gets so many strikeouts with the splitter, and I think it might have changed some things in the Nationals batters' minds seeing that curveball for that first strikeout.
Yeah, that was a really good curveball to C.J. Abrams for the strikeout. Yeah, coming into today, 37 of his 42 strikeouts coming on that split finger. And, it's great because it's a nasty pitch, but you would like that to be a little more diversified.
1-0 to Garcia, fouled back 1-1.
And, out of the gate already, you can see that he's much more crisp than his last start against the Astros. The fastball location has been great. Really sharp curveball, and in that last at bat to Lyle, he threw a split for a taken strike, and that's really important.
1-1 to Garcia. Throws a curveball for a taken strike there, 1-2. So if he's looking to be more diversified, especially with 2 strikes, and throws something else instead of just the splitter all the time, is the curveball the answer? Here's the 1-2 pitch. That'll be fouled back.
It really depends on how you got there. If you've set them up to make them look for the split, I think the fastball is probably the most different and likely to get a swing and a miss than that splitter. Curveball, it plays well as long as he executes it.
1-2, missed a little bit low.
And more than likely, he's just going to keep chucking that split finger up there until they have to swing at one. And that's why I say that throwing it for a called strike is so important, because now they can't just ignore it and say, oh, that's a ball.
2-2 pitch. Struck him out. Used a curveball. So another strikeout on a curveball. That's now 4 straight strikeouts for Hurston Waldrop. Folks, only the original Louisiana brand hot sauce is bold enough to be the official hot sauce of the Atlanta Braves. The original Louisiana brand hot sauce, the official hot sauce of our pregame meal. That's Louisiana Hot. Buy you some. Here's Dylan Cruz. Right-handed batter. Takes a fastball a little off the plate. 1 ball and no strikes on him. Cruz 3 for 10 in the series. And the 1-0 pitch. There's a called strike on him. Of course, these two know all about each other. Cruz and Waldrop pitching against each other in the SEC. 1-1, softly chopped out to third, coming in, backhanding, firing on the run, Nacho Alvarez. Slick play by the Braves third baseman. That's in time for the out. 6 up and 6 down by Waldrop. We go to the top of the third here in Washington. No score.
Now at Verizon, lock in our low price, plus call Latin America whenever. Call Abuelita for her croqueta recipe. Celebrate that goal with your primos. And save big with Verizon. Switch and get 4 lines for just $30 per line per month with unlimited welcome with auto pay plus taxes and fees. And free calls to Latin America for 3 years to an eligible country after $10 a month. Stop by your Miami Verizon store today. In times of congestion, unlimited 5G and 4G LTE may be temporarily slower than other traffic. Domestic data roaming at 2G speeds. Must add global choice plan within 30 days of activation. $10 per month credit applied for 36 months. Terms apply. Up to 5 hours per month to designated country. Overage rates apply.
Life doesn't stop after you've been involved in a car accident. You've got things to do and places to be. If your car is damaged, call Farah & Farah anytime, 7 days a week.
Farah and Farah, Tampa.
Texting terms at unlock.com/SMS. Privacy policy at unlock.com/privacy-policy. Texting enrolls for recurring automated text marketing messages. Message and data rates may apply. Reply stop to opt out. Terms and conditions apply. For full details, see unlock.com/legal. Actor portrayal.
Lisa, thanks for having me over. Your new kitchen is gorgeous. How'd you find the money to do it?
We worked with this great company, Unlock. They help you unlock the future value of your home to get the cash you need today.
So it's a home equity loan?
No, it's not a loan at all. There's no monthly payments and no interest charges ever. And you can use the money however you want. We were able to redo our kitchen and pay off our credit card debt.
Wow, Jack and I could really use this to finally pay off our old student loan debt. How do I get started?
It's easy. Just go to their website.
Text EQUITY to 865-865 to unlock the value in your home and get up to $500,000 in cash with no monthly payments and no interest ever. Pay off debt, improve your home, add to your retirement fund. It's up to you. Text EQUITY to 865-865. Text the word EQUITY to 865-865. Text EQUITY to 865-865 now.
Radio Network alongside Darren O'Day and our producer-engineer Jonathan Chadwick. Ben Ingram here with you. It's a scoreless game into the top of the third inning, and in the first two frames of this game, the two teams have combined for one base hit. That was a single by Matt Olson, and that has been it. Both of these two rookie right-handers off to good starts. Brad Lord for the Nationals, Hurston Waldrop for the Braves. Here's Marcell Ozuna to the plate to lead it off for the Braves in the third inning. He swings and hits one hard, high in the air, deep right field, back to the warning track. Cruz over his head, one hopping off the wall. He's up with it quickly, sends it in, and that limits Ozuna to a single. One hopped it off the wall and right, hit it the opposite way with lots of power, but gets one bag out of it. Pretty impressive play by Cruz.
Yeah, it certainly was. Second impressive play we've seen as a carom off that right field wall in about 12 hours now. Ronald Acuna had a nice one last night in the bottom of the ninth to keep Dylan Cruz, the Nats right fielder, from scoring to win the game.
That was a fun top of the 10th last night with the Braves winning 5-0. Nacho Alvarez takes a ball inside. Introducing the 5-year price guarantee from Xfinity. Get one consistent internet price for the next 5 years. No contracts, no curveballs. Ozuna over at first. No one out, even though the scoreboard has 2 outs up on the board. There's the pitch on the way. There's a ball up and in. They forgot to clear that out there.
I think everybody's, just a little bit draggy from yesterday's day. It was a long day at the old ballpark.
Yeah, what do we say? 10.5 hours between the first pitch of game 1 and the last out of game 2. 2-hour rain delay in there as well. That ball's going to be punched into right. Showed him a fastball, and Alvarez with a base hit through the right side. So Ozuna and Alvarez, who bat 8th and the 9th, have set the table for the top of the order, and here comes Jurickson Profar. Postseason picture across Major League Baseball came a little bit more into focus today. Cubs defeated the Pirates 8-4, and with that win, the Cubs secured a postseason spot. Meanwhile, the Reds keeping their wild card hopes alive. They beat the Cardinals 6-2. Those are the only finals around Major League Baseball. 2 other games underway right now. Start taking a peek at the out-of-town scoreboard here in a little while. Profar takes the ball outside. Giants and Diamondbacks scoreless in the 4th in the desert. White Sox are trailing the Orioles 3-1 in the top of the 9th on the south side. Here we're scoreless in the top of the 3rd. Profar chance to change that. And he's going to loop one down the left field line, foul. And hits over there by the tarp.
Well, that is exciting, just thinking about playoff baseball. Unfortunately, we won't be a part of it, but still, just the absolute best time of the year. Leaves falling, watching a little playoff baseball on the back porch. I'm looking forward to it, that's for sure.
Yeah, me too. And you hate when you're not in it, but it is a blast to watch it and see how it unfolds. There's the 1-1 pitch on the way to Jurickson Profar. No swing and foul, one back, 1-2. Actually, I think they got themselves a glitch in their scoreboard. They don't have the Braves 2 base hits up there from this inning. They have 3 for the game. They have just 1 up there. So, honestly, folks here in Washington probably got sick and tired of looking at the scoreboard for a team that's got 90 losses. We're scoreless here in the top of the 3rd. Profar 0 for 1 in the game with a ground out to short. Pitch from Lord. Profar hits one out to second, taken on a hop by Garcia to second for 1 and over to first for 2. Abrams fires to Bell. It's a 4-6-3 double play. Hit it right on the screws, but directly out there to the second baseman. Some confusion by the security team. They thought that was out number 3. They started barreling out there onto the field like they would in between innings. Only 2 outs, fellas.
Yeah, understandable. That would have been 4 outs. I don't know if they didn't quite put that together. And why are these guys turning double play with 2 outs?
So here's Matt Olson, runner at third, 2 down. And Matt takes a first pitch strike. Olson with a single in the first inning. He'll take a ball low. That slider from Lord missed. 1 ball and 1 strike on Matt Olson.
Yeah, Lord better be careful with that slider. We know Matt's having a great September. 6 long balls, batting .364 in the month.
1-1 pitch and a high pop-up. Shallow left field. Abrams and Lyle both there in the neighborhood, and that'll be Abrams' ball. And he makes the catch about 30 feet back into shallow left field. So the Braves had back-to-back singles, but then a double play and a pop-up into the top of the third. Nothing across for the Braves. We go to the bottom of the third inning, no score.
For full details, including terms and conditions, visit unlock.com/legal. Call 1-888-780-6854 to speak with a representative today. Actor portrayal. Terms and conditions apply.
Lisa, thanks for having me over. Your new kitchen is gorgeous. How'd you find the money to do it?
We worked with this great company, Unlock. They help you unlock the future value of your home to get the cash you need today.
So it's a home equity loan?
No, it's not a loan at all. There's no monthly payments and no interest charges ever. And you can use the money however you want. We were able to redo our kitchen and pay off our credit card debt.
Wow, Jack and I could really use this to finally pay off our old student loan debt. How do I get started?
It's easy. Just give him a call or go to unlock.com.
Call 1-888-780-6854 to unlock the value in your home and get up to $500,000 in cash with no monthly payments and no interest ever. Use the money for home improvements, to pay off debt, or to add to your retirement fund. It's up to you. Visit unlock.com. That's unlock.com. Or call 1-888-780-6854 now to get started.
When you've been in a crash and your mind's racing.
When you've fallen in a store and are blaming yourself.
When you've been hurt at work and you don't know what to do.
Or if you've been the victim of a medical mistake, we've got you.
We've got what it takes to prove a case that the insurance companies can't ignore.
With decades of experience and a track record of winning for our clients.
Farah and Farah, Tampa.
You hear that? That's the sound of Pepsi Zero Sugar. The better tasting, more refreshing Zero Sugar Cola. Pepsi Zero Sugar. Let your taste decide.
Up to date on what really matters to you. Make Chuck and Chernoff part of your routine weekdays from 2 to 6 on 680 The Fan, or tell your smart speaker to play 680 The Fan.
Still scoreless into the bottom of the third inning for Hurston Waldrop. 6 up and 6 down, complete with 4 strikeouts. And he faces Adams, Hassel, and House here in the bottom of the third inning. Ben and Darren with you from Nationals Park. First pitch swinging and missing, Riley Adams. Folks, you need all the energy you can get for game day. And at Georgia Power, we know that energy costs are an important part of every budget. And we're committed to providing tools and assistance to make a difference. You can save energy for the game. Learn more at georgiapower.com/myenergy. Called strike. Use the splitter to hit the inside corner. And quickly 0-2 on Riley Adams. Deep breath by Waldrop. Wind up in the 0-2. Spoiled foul into the Braves dugout. Braves have won the first 3 games in this series. It's a 4-game series. And the Braves have outscored the Nationals 22-6 in this series to this point. 0-2, a little bit low and outside. And like we mentioned, a 4-game sweep is in play. Something the Braves have not done on the road since winning 4 straight at Colorado in 2022. 1-2 low and inside, 2 balls and 2 strikes. You might recall that series in Colorado in 2022. The Braves had won the final game in Arizona prior to going to Denver. Won all 4 there. And that turned into a 14-game winning streak. Adams swings and misses, catches the breeze at a curveball. Another strikeout for Hurston Waldrop.
Yeah, that's the 3rd one today on a curveball. That's really impressive. You love to see that. The guy having multiple options with 2 strikes for a strikeout. He is throwing it a touch harder, about 1.5 miles an hour harder here today than he has this season.
Big 12-6 curveball. Robert Hassel fouls one off. Hassel, a left-handed hitter out of Thompson Station, Tennessee. Went to Independence High School there, and a former first-round pick of the Padres. And then traded here in the Juan Soto deal. 0-1 to Hassel. Send foul again. 0-2.
You're talking about that Rockies series in 22. The boys had a good night out in Colorado. We'll just say that. Got them hot.
Oh, too low and inside. That kind of fired up the engines.
Yeah. You're struggling, and everybody wants to win. And, Snit brought the team together and had a meeting that last day in Arizona. We ended up winning it and going on a long streak.
1-2 to Hassel. This low. Yeah, that turned into a 14-game winning streak for the Braves that year.
Yeah, when you're in those, it feels like you're never going to lose. Mm-hmm. It's almost 3 full times in the rotation. All victories.
2-2 to Hassel. Take a hike. Curveball in the outside corner. Just brushed the outer half of the plate. Another strikeout for Hurston Waldrop. 6 strikeouts for Hurston. Now it's Brady House to the plate.
Edwin Jimenez, the home plate umpire, looked at that one just a tick longer than you would really want as a hitter. But he was correct. That curveball did back up a little bit, but it certainly passed through the strike zone.
By the way, 9 strikeouts is the season best for Waldrop. And he already has 6 in this game. Goes to work on Brady House, who takes a fastball high. The 9 strikeouts that Waldrop had came against the Phillies on August 31st in Philadelphia. Lots of swing and miss stuff from Waldrop today. 1-0 pitch to House, and he misses low. 2 balls, no strikes. No score, bottom of the third. 2-0 and a bouncer out to Olson, halfway between first and second. He gloves it, plants and fires. Waldrop's there, and another 1-2-3 inning. For Waldrop, 9 up and 9 down. We go to the top of the 4th inning. No score in Washington.
Now at Verizon, lock in our low price. Plus, call Latin America whenever. Call Abuelita for her croqueta recipe. Celebrate that goal with your primos. And save big with Verizon. Switch and get 4 lines for just $30 per line per month with unlimited welcome with auto pay plus taxes and fees. And free calls to Latin America for 3 years to an eligible country after $10 a month. Stop by your Miami Verizon store today. In times of congestion, unlimited 5G and 4G LTE may be temporarily slower than other traffic. Domestic data roaming at 2G speeds. Must add global choice plan within 30 days of activation. $10 per month credit applied for 36 months. Terms apply. Up to 5 hours per month to designated country. Overage rates apply.
My day kicks off with a refreshing Celsius energy drink, then straight to the gym. Pre-K pickup, back home to meal prep. Time for my fire station shift. 1 more Celsius, gotta keep the lights on. When the 3-alarm hits, I'm ready. Celsius. Live, fit, go. Grab a cold, refreshing Celsius at your local retailer or locate now at Celsius.com.
If you've been in a big truck accident, you better have a lawyer who understands the traffic rules for big trucks.
And a lawyer who can navigate the hundreds of laws that can complicate your case.
At Farah & Farah, we're ready to go the long haul to fight for you. Tampa.
You hear that? That's the sound of Pepsi Zero Sugar. The better tasting, more refreshing Zero Sugar Cola. Pepsi Zero Sugar. Let your taste decide.
This Prime Big Deal Days, October 7th and 8th, you can get a great deal on a new foot spa, transforming you into the queen of kicking it.
Wait, this has bubble jets. Okay.
Get up to 40% off with Prime Big Deal Days, October 7th and 8th.
Introducing baseball's all-new national pregame show, MLB Tonight, live at 5. Join Greg, Harold, and Dan.
We saw last night as we witnessed Mackenzie Gore and Chris Sale in a pitcher's duel. Neither team scored in the first 9 innings of the game. Then the Braves picked up 5 runs in the 10th, won at 5-0. And by then, of course, the 2 teams are into their bullpens. But in this game, Hurston Waldrop has faced the minimum through 3. And let's see if the Braves can get him a run or 2 here in the 4th inning. Ronald Acuna leads off and sends one foul down the third base line. Going back to that, thinking about Waldrop, we mentioned that the Nats are seeing him for the first time since June of last year when he made his major league debut. So really, for all intents and purposes, they haven't seen this version of Hurston Waldrop. And you think about the scouting report that comes along with seeing him, that'll be fouled back. And they, like any other team that would be facing Waldrop, is going to be getting ready for that splitter. The splitter's so nasty. Well, think about how much it has probably thrown them off, seeing what he's done with a curveball in the first 3 innings. They did not expect that move. 0-2 pitch, and Acuna blasts one up the middle. Base hit by Ronald. Sent straight up the middle of the field into center field and gloved by Robert Hassel, a leadoff single.
Yeah, and the way to do a common strategy against the splitter is just to take it, because the movement is so sharp below the strike zone that, you know, more often than not, it's going to be a ball. So the fact that he's throwing those for called strikes, as I mentioned earlier, and throwing all of his pitches for strikes is really helping him out.
Ronald Acuna over at first base. Here's Drake Baldwin. He swings and misses at the first pitch. By the way, that single by Ronald, his 900th hit in the big leagues. Drake Baldwin 0 for 1 with a ground out to second base. No score at the top of the 4th inning. There goes Ronald. Pitch on the way. Inside. No throw down. That was not a good pitch at all for catcher Riley Adams to even think about throwing down on. And for Acuna, his 7th steal this season.
Yeah, good to see him running. That means he must be feeling good. And we've seen him go first to third in the series. Great play last night by the wall that he had to use his speed to get to.
1-1 to Baldwin, low and inside. And the play that he made in right last night against the wall, coming off the bat of Garcia, I thought it was at least off the wall, maybe even gone, and altogether going to win the game for the Nationals. Ronald had other plans in mind. 2-1 to Baldwin. He swings and lifts one to shallow left field. House and Abrams drifting back of the infield cutout. That's Abrams' ball. And the shortstop has it in very shallow left. One down here in the inning. Northside Hospital for a healthier future together. Look to Northside.
Yeah, Ronald is capable of changing the game on the defensive side. And this season, I think he is trying to protect his lower body. You know, he had the calf injury and obviously the 2 ACL repairs. So he's picking and choosing when he gives his best effort in right field. And we certainly got it last night in the 9th inning, very importantly.
Yeah, that's a great way to put it. Here's Ozzie Albies. Ozzie, a check swing. It's a called strike 0-1. To go back to his MVP season, 2023, and he was playing with a safety off. I mean, it was full throttle every single game, every single night. And now with the injuries that he's had, kind of throttle on, throttle off. Pick your spots. 0-1 to Ozzie. Outside, 1-1. And given the injuries that Ronald has had, I think you have to play that way. Need you on the field.
Yeah. I completely agree. And I used to think that was nonsense, that everybody should play their hardest every single play.
Here's the 1-1 pitch. Outside, 2-1.
But talking to some of these position players, I've come around to see their point of view. It's just, it's not feasible when you're running that fast and you're swinging that hard to do that every single day.
No score, top of the 4th. Here's the 2-1, low and inside. And I don't think that you would view that and say, well, he's not giving it 100%. I think he's playing smart. And I think you have to know when, okay, it's time to hit the gas versus,
Absolutely.
It's not like he's just loafing. I think you're talking about picking your spots and knowing when it's time to throttle down and give it 100%. 3-1 pitch, and that missed outside. That was a 3-1 slider that just floated it away. So it's a 1-out walk. That'll put runners at first and second. The bat in the hands of Ha-Sung Kim. A chance to strike here versus Brad Lord. No score in the top of the 4th inning. Albies at first, Acuna at second. Kim takes a fastball low and outside. Lord at 60 pitches, 37 strikes. He has 2 strikeouts, 1 walk. 1-0 to Kim. Nothing wrong with that. Right at him with a sinker for a strike. Braves have won 6 of 9 head-to-head meetings with the Nationals this season, and after today, the Braves will see the Nats 3 more games this year. Those 3 will be in Atlanta for that final homestand of the regular season. 1-1 pitch. Just missed away with a sinker. And of those 3 games left, plus today's game, the Braves will need to win just one of those games in order to win the season set from the Nationals. They're hoping that comes today. 2-1 to Kim. He swings and chops one to the left side, charging in Abrams. He's got it, fires over to first base in time of the out. He was kind of out there maneuvering through traffic as the ball was bouncing his way. Acuna was moving from left to right. And as Acuna passed him, he continued to come in onto the infield grass to glove it and send it over to first for the out. So Albies down to second. Acuna over to third, 2 down, and it's up to Michael Harris. Harris 0 for 1 with a strikeout. First pitch tipped into the mid of Riley Adams for strike 1. Harris went down looking to end the second inning. But he's got a big opportunity right here to drive in a couple of runs. One swung on, missed. Fastball in the inside corner to the left-handed hitter. Harris has 79 RBIs this season, so a base hit gives him at least 80, likely 81. Right-hander Lord from the stretch comes set right at the letters. And his 0-2 fouled back. Harris got a piece of a fastball up and away. Matt Olson leads the team with 91 RBIs, and then there's Michael with those 79 of them. Lord's 0-2. Swung on and sent foul down the left field line, slicing off into the seats.
Yeah, we talked last night about Matt's pursuit of a 30 home run, 100 RBI club. Those 3 late game RBIs with his bases clearing triple certainly helped. Just 9 away from reaching 100. Quite a good benchmark.
0-2 pitch. He swings and lifts one towards foul ground, slicing deep down the line and off into the seats. Yeah, looking at the progress that Matt has made in September, I think he's going to get there.
I do too. I mean, he's tearing the cover off the ball.
Michael Harris looking to find a way to put the Braves on the board here. No score, top of the 4th. Runners at second and third, an 0-2 count. He's in protection mode. 0-2 bounced up there, knocked down by Adams. Acuna thought about it. Took about 4 or 5 strides to the plate, then slammed on brakes.
Yeah, Ronald's doing his best to get into Lord's head. Nats third baseman Brady House is playing extremely deep out there, and so Ronald has been 45 feet down the baseline, right in House's peripheral vision, trying to rattle him a little bit. Excuse me, in Lord's peripheral vision.
The 1-2. Check swing on appeal. And Quinn Walcott says that he did not go. He's the third base umpire. Nice job by Harris to battle back and level the count out. Now can he find something that he can get the barrel on? Looking to pick a plum and sink his teeth right into it, driving a couple of runs. 2-2 pitch. Fouled back again. Good battle.
Sure is. Michael's just a tick under those fastballs at the top of the zone. I mentioned Lord is 70% fastballs. He's only shown Michael 1 breaking ball this at bat, and Michael, really nice take on that check swing, but he's trying to shove that fastball in on Michael's hands.
A single, a walk, a ground out. Runners are at second and third with 2 down. Again, the 2-2. Fouled back again. He keeps trying to go fastball away, and I love how Michael is spoiling those pitches. Lord is becoming more and more frustrated with the inability to put him away.
I think he's trying to go fastball in, but I mentioned he's got so much horizontal movement, and he's just dragging his arm a little bit. He's leaving everything arm side, up and away.
And again, the 2-2 to Harris. He swings and misses a fastball right down the middle. And that ends the top of the 4th inning. The Braves were threatening runners at second and third, but they cannot come through. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 2 left. Into the bottom.
5 a.m. I'm up with a crisp Celsius energy drink. Running 12 miles today. Grab a green juice, quick change, and head to work. Meetings, Workshops. 1 more Celsius, no slowing down. Working late, but obviously still meeting the girls for a little dancing. Celsius. Live, fit, go. Grab a cold, refreshing Celsius at your local retailer or locate now at Celsius.com.
Now at Verizon, lock in our low price, plus call Latin America whenever. Call Abuelita for her croqueta recipe. Celebrate that goal with your primos. And save big with Verizon. Switch and get 4 lines for just $30 per line per month with unlimited welcome with auto pay plus taxes and fees. And free calls to Latin America for 3 years to an eligible country after $10 a month. Stop by your Miami Verizon store today. In times of congestion, unlimited 5G and 4G LTE may be temporarily slower than other traffic. Domestic data roaming at 2G speeds. Must add global choice plan within 30 days of activation. $10 per month credit applied for 36 months. Terms apply. Up to 5 hours per month to designated country. Overage apply.
If you've been in a big truck accident, you better have a lawyer who understands the traffic rules for big trucks.
And a lawyer who can navigate the hundreds of laws that can complicate your case.
At Farah and Farah, we're ready to go the long haul to fight for you. Tampa.
This Prime Big Deal Days, October 7th and 8th, you can get a great deal on a new foot spa, transforming you into the queen of kicking it.
Wait, this has bubble jets. Okay.
Get up to 40% off with Prime Big Deal Days, October 7th and 8th.
When you get hurt, you don't want to end up on the injured list. You want to get back in the game, stronger than ever. At Morgan & Morgan, we're the home run hitters you need. Morgan & Morgan.
Injured? Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
Take a hack at guessing which baseball player or manager said the following.
Name one you need during football season. Join me, Chris Domino, and Nick Cellini every weekday from 10 to 2 on 680 The Fan or The Fan app.
No score. Bottom of the 4th inning. Final game of the series. Braves and Nats. Climbing in James Wood. And he swings and fouls one off. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification on the Braves Radio Network.
Every Atlanta Braves game live on the air and streaming free on the app.
WCNN North Atlanta, a Dickey broadcasting station.
The Fan.
0-1 splitters outside on James Wood. It's a 1-1 count on him. For Wood, it's his 23rd birthday today. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Wood, a hack and a miss. If you looked at his numbers altogether this season, you'd say a very productive season for Wood. 27 homers, 88 runs batted in. But if you really did a deep dive on when those numbers have come, you'd be very disappointed with how his season is coming to an end. There's a ball low. Through June 30th of this season, he was batting .283 with 22 homers. Since July 1st, he's batting .219 with 5 homers. 2-2 and a bouncer over the mound. Kim to his left to the second base side of the infield. Gloves and fires, gets the out. And one down here in the 3rd inning. So the sky has been falling on Wood here in the second half of the season. I mean, the numbers have gone straight down. And suddenly.
Yeah, he's got so much swing and miss in his game. He's leading the league in strikeouts, 209 of those. I mean, he's threatening the single season record.
C.J. Abrams takes a ball outside.
And early in the season, it seemed like every ball that he put his bat on was going to be extra bases. I mean, he was hitting everything so hard. He's just missing that now.
1-0 to Abrams, fouled back. Well, they're trying him in the leadoff position today. This is the 33rd game this year he's batted leadoff. Talking about James Wood. But so young, 23 years old, like we mentioned. 2 young ones towards the top of their order, Wood and Abrams. Abrams, the Atlanta native, takes a strike on the outside corner. Abrams out of Blessed Trinity High School there in Roswell. He'll take a ball outside, 2-2. He was the 6th overall pick in 2019 out of high school by the Padres. Signed with San Diego over his commitment to play at Alabama. And then was in that trade that sent Juan Soto to San Diego and Abrams among others here. 2-2 to Abrams. Low and inside, 3-2. Abrams, 24 years old. He'll be turning 25 first week of October. One-time All-Star. 3-2. In the air towards left center, in for a base hit. There's the first base hit, the first base runner of the game for the Nationals. So 10 in a row sat down by Hurston Waldrop, and he gives up the single to C.J. Abrams.
Yeah, I think he answered. Yeah, I'm sorry, Hurston Waldrop. We talked about his rough outing last time, giving up 8 earned runs against the Astros, and thus far he certainly has answered the question. How is he going to bounce back? How's this young pitcher going to react to the worst outing of his career so far.
No score. Abrams on the move. Pitch to Bell's a strike. Throw down to second base and a little bit off the mark. Throw down by Baldwin had Ha-Sung Kim reaching across his torso to his right towards the shortstop side of the infield. Then had to come back with a tag. By then it was too late. So Abrams with a single and a stolen base, and he's in scoring position. Bell is 0 for 1 with a strikeout. One of the 6 strikeouts that Waldrop has in the game. 0-1, bounced up the first base line and foul. Also here in the 4th inning, as you know by now, it's the Tidal Wave Auto Spy inning. And Tidal Wave is making Braves country clean car country all season long. If the Braves pitch a scoreless 4th inning today, Tidal Wave will offer half off their Best Watch membership tomorrow. Learn more at TidalWaveAutoSpa.com/Braves. Hopefully you're able to get in there today, as the Braves gave you that discount in the doubleheader yesterday. Chase hit a miss by Bell. And Bell strikes out, and 2 down here in the inning.
Yeah, that's Bell's second really ugly strikeout on a splitter down from Waldrop. Just not even recognizing it out of the hand, and probably missing it by a good 6 to 8 inches.
So 2 down for Dale and Lyle. No score, bottom of the 4th inning. Waldrop at 55 pitches, 34 strikes. Abrams at second, pitch to Lyle. And a first pitch cutter touches the outside corner. Lyle is 22 years old, former second-round pick of the Nationals in 2021. One to Lyle. That's in for a strike right at the top of the zone. Since August 1st, Lyle's .345 average trails only Trey Turner and his .977 OPS, 5th best in Major League Baseball in that span. He's been right there amongst the big boys in the league with his numbers for the last month and a half. But an 0-2 count. Pitch on the way, and he zaps him with a splitter. Swung on and missed by Lyle. Another strikeout by Waldrop. He has 8 in the game, and he's 1 shy of his season best. We go to the top of the 5th inning. No score.
When you open a Corona, you hear the sounds of wherever you...
Now at Verizon, lock in our low price, plus call Latin America whenever. Call Abuelita for her croqueta recipe. Celebrate that goal with your primos. And save big with Verizon. Switch and get 4 lines for just $30 per line per month with unlimited welcome with auto pay plus taxes and fees. And free calls to Latin America for 3 years to an eligible country after $10 a month. Stop by your Miami Verizon store today. In times of congestion, unlimited 5G and 4G LTE may be temporarily slower than other traffic. Domestic data roaming at 2G speeds. Must add global choice plan within 30 days of activation. $10 per month credit applied for 36 months. Terms apply. Up to $5 per month to designated country. Overage apply.
When you've been in a crash and your mind's racing.
When you've fallen in a store and are blaming yourself.
When you've been hurt at work and you don't know what to do.
Or if you've been the victim of a medical mistake, we've got you.
We've got what it takes to prove a case that the insurance companies can't ignore.
With decades of experience and a track record of winning for our clients.
Farah and Farah, Tampa.
Pro Savings Days are back at Lowe's. My Lowe's Pro Rewards members save even more with limited-time doorbuster deals. Save $5 on 24-count Contractor's Choice 42-gallon trash bags, now just $14.78. Plus, get your choice select DeWalt Elite Series saw blades for $9.98. Not a Pro Rewards member? Join for free today at Lowe's. Valid through 9/17. Selection varies by location. While supplies last. Loyalty program subject to terms and conditions. See Lowe's.com/terms for details. Subject to change.
This Prime Big Deal Days, October 7th and 8th, you can get a great deal on a new foot spa, transforming you into the queen of kicking it.
Wait, this has bubble jets. Okay.
Get up to 40% off with Prime Big Deal Days, October 7th and 8th.
Mark in the visiting radio booth. Pitch on the way to Marcell Ozuna. There's a ball low and inside. By the way, tomorrow is a clean inning car wash celebration day at Tidal Wave Auto Spa, thanks to that clean bottom of the 4th inning put together by Hurston Waldrop. Here's the 1-0 pitch on the way to Ozuna. Called strike on the outside corner. Stop by and get half off their Best Wash membership for the first month. Braves country is clean car country thanks to Tidal Wave Auto Spa. Visit TidalWaveAutoSpa.com/Braves for more information. 1-1 to Ozuna. Then drifts on the inside corner. Change up in there for a strike. And a 1-2 count on Marcell. Gray sky over the top of the ballpark today. Still a light breeze in from center field. 1-2 pitch fouled off. Just on the other side of the street of the ballpark, some apartments and condo buildings. Those have all come up here in the last 7-8 years. All the construction around this ballpark has really changed this area of D.C. over about the last 10 years altogether. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Ball low and outside. There was once a time where you could sit here in the radio booth and have a clear view of the Capitol Building Rotunda, which is down the left field line from where we sit. We have a partial view of it now. 2-2, little nubber fouled on the first base line. And it's off in the distance, so if you're high enough in this ballpark, you can still see the Capitol Building. Got to be high, though, don't you?
Well, we certainly checked that box.
No one's higher in this ballpark than us.
And, with this wind that comes in every 3 innings and blows all my papers asunder, it feels like I'm doing the game from the top of the radio tower instead of the radio booth.
2-2 to Ozuna. He's going to hit one of the air out towards first base. A little leap into the air by Josh Bell. He makes the catch. A little flare to first, one down. You've never been more excited to get to Detroit in your life.
I love D.C. and I don't dislike this booth. I'm just ready for a change of scenery.
You just want, when you put your stuff down, for it to stay there on the countertop.
I am getting a little frustrated with that, yes.
In 4 days of the wind tunnel blowing in here and moving your stuff all over the place. You've been broadcasting inside a funnel cloud for the last 4 games. Nacho Alvarez takes a called strike.
Yeah, we had a funny moment yesterday when it was raining into our booth. And, producer engineer Jonathan Chadwick brings me a stack of napkins.
There's a called strike on Alvarez.
That sat on the counter for maybe half a second before they just blew up, floated all over the booth.
We had debris and paper and all sorts of stuff flying through this booth yesterday. 0-2 pitch. Alvarez sends one foul on the right field line. Kind of had to go old school because you think about broadcasts from 50, 70, 80 years ago. They didn't have all these electronics and things that we have on the countertop. They had a microphone, maybe keeping score. A 2-cent foul. So with all the rain that was coming in, moved the laptop and the tablet and the scorebook and the game notes and everything else. And it was just us, a wet counter, and a microphone. That was it.
Yes.
It was worth it with the 2 wins for the Braves.
Yeah, you're right. I am excited to get to Detroit. Can't believe it. I don't think I've ever said that before.
Here's the 0-2 pitch. That'll be sent foul. I don't know that anybody's ever said that before. That'll be great. It's a really good ballpark. And I've only worked there one time, but I enjoyed working there. The booth is significantly lower than this one. 0-2 pitch. Alvarez swings and misses at a sinker for strike 3. Strikeout number 4 for Brad Lord. 2 down in the top of the 5th inning. No score, and back to the top of the order to Jurickson Profar.
And to put the booth height in perspective with fans, say your company has nice tickets. You're sitting 2 rows up. You're sitting right there next to Matt Olson. You got a great view. And then your family comes to town and you buy some nosebleed seats. Well, that's where we're sitting.
Yeah.
So we just don't have as good a view of the action.
Well, outside of Profar. Well, you certainly get a good view of all of downtown Washington, D.C.
Yes.
And something that I appreciate is the different views of varying ballparks that we go to that swung on and missed. And being this high, if you're working here for 81 games and broadcasting Nationals games, yeah, that could be a challenge. But you come in here for 3 or 4 games, and it's definitely a change of pace in terms of your vantage point. 1-1 to Profar, sent foul. Kind of right here towards the confluence of the Anacostia and Potomac rivers. They're right here behind us. In fact, off to our right, you can see down the river and to the other side. Yeah, good view up here. Here's the 1-2 pitch on the way to Jurickson Profar. Base is empty, 2 down. All a little bit low and outside.
I woke up early today and walked around the city just because I used to live here in the off season and really enjoyed just being in the city. So, yeah. And I sat for 12 hours yesterday, so I had to do something.
Yes, you did. 2-2 fouled off. Well, if you get into history at all, and you and I both do, it's something that we both mutually admire. It's definitely a great place to come and visit. No score in the top of the 5th inning. Profar is 0 for 2. A couple of ground outs. One was a double play. That was back in the 3rd inning. 2-2 popped up on the infield. Abrams takes control, makes the catch, and the Braves go down 1-2-3 in the top of the 5th. So we're halfway home. Neither team has scored. We go to the bottom of the 5th inning, no score.
Peanuts, get your peanuts.
Nothing goes better with the Kraken. For full details, including terms and conditions, visit unlock.com/legal. Call 1-888-780-6854 to speak with a representative today. Actor Portrayal. Terms and conditions apply. Not available in all states.
Hey, homeowners, can I get a minute of your time? If you need cash but don't want another loan, I've got the perfect solution. You can access up to $500,000 of your home's equity without monthly payments or interest ever with Unlock. This isn't a loan. It's a home equity agreement. With Unlock, you may qualify for cash today in exchange for a share of your home's future value. No debt, no extra bills, just financial flexibility on your terms. Use the money however you want. Home improvements, paying off debt, investing, or boosting your retirement savings. Unlike HELOCs, home equity loans, or cash out refis, there are no monthly payments. No stress. You've built this equity. Now it's time to use it. Go to unlock.com for more information.
Don't wait. Call 888-780-6854 to unlock the equity in your home and get up to $500,000 in cash with no monthly payments and no interest ever. Call 888-780-6854, 888-780-6854, or visit unlock.com. That's unlock.com for more information.
Now at Verizon, lock in our low price, plus call Latin America whenever. Call Abuelita for her croqueta recipe. Celebrate that goal with your primos. And save big with Verizon. Switch and get 4 lines for just $30 per line per month with unlimited welcome with auto pay plus taxes and fees. And free calls to Latin America for 3 years to an eligible country after $10 a month. Stop by your Miami Verizon store today. In times of congestion, unlimited 5G and 4G LTE may be temporarily slower than other traffic. Domestic data roaming at 2G speeds. Must add global choice plan within 30 days of activation. $10 per month credit applied for 36 months. Terms apply. Up to $5 per month to distant country overdrate apply.
Life doesn't stop after you've been involved in a car accident. You've got things to do and places to be. If your car is damaged, call Farah and Farah anytime, 7 days a week.
Farah and Farah, Tampa.
Load the Fan app now.
No runs, 4 hits, no errors for the Braves. No runs, 1 hit, no errors for the Nationals. Action transfers to the bottom of the 5th inning. Luis Garcia leads off and fouls back the first pitch he sees. Folks, did you know that the original Louisiana brand hot sauce is the official hot sauce of the Atlanta Braves? Made with peppers, vinegar, and salt, and the perfect balance to make the food you're eating taste better. It's Louisiana Hot. Buy you some. A 1 misses outside. Folks, we got our fingers crossed right now. As we mentioned, our vantage point up towards the top of the stadium and looking around, there's rain all around us. There's the 1-1 pitch. He shows bunt, jabs at it, missed. And it's a 1-1 count on Garcia. Looking to the east of us, very rainy over there, and also to the north of us, some rain in the distance as well. So hopefully we're okay, and that misses us somehow. Hurston Waldrop at 61 pitches. There's a line drive into right field off the bat of Garcia. Down the right field line, Ronald over to his left to get it. At the edge of the warning track, cuts it off, spins and fires, and by the time he hits Ozzie Albies, Garcia standing at second with a leadoff double.
That was the first wayward split of the game for Hurston Waldrop, just up and away. Garcia with an interesting looking swing, just really threw his hands at it, but had enough to get it down in that right field corner. You got a leadoff double here. The good thing you have going for you for Waldrop, a lot of swing and miss today, so those strikeouts can really get you out of some jams.
Yeah, tons. That was the 28th double of the season for Garcia. First pitch to Dylan Cruz is a ball high. All low and inside. Nats as a team do strike out a pretty good bit. And they're showing us that today. Two-0 pitch in the air to right field, in for a base hit. This should drive in Garcia. He hits third, sprints to the plate. RBI single by Dylan Cruz, and it's 1-0 Nationals at the bottom of the 5th. So the first 4 innings of the game, Waldrop gave up just 1 base hit. And the first 2 batters here in the 5th have collected a double and a single to put the Nats on the board.
Yeah, interesting enough, since he's come out here for the bottom of the 5th, every pitch has been up. You know, he's consistently missing at the top of the strike zone or above it. So going to have to make a quick adjustment, get back down in the bottom half of that zone.
26th RBI of the season for Dylan Cruz. Riley Adams takes a ball low. Adams 0 for 1 with a strikeout. Waldrop out of the stretch brings it. Just missed high with a fastball. 2 balls, no strikes. Mentioned the 8 strikeouts for Waldrop. His next strikeout will tie his career best, which is 9 against the Phillies back in August. Behind 2-0. The pitch on the way to Riley Adams. Runner goes, pitches a strike, throw down to second base, not in time. That had Ozzie Albies drifting left as he was covering the bag, and when he tried to put the tag down, looked like he got it on the feet of Dylan Cruz, and Cruz had already reached the bag with his hands.
Yeah, these Nats base runners, they're not waiting around. The last 2 games we had, last night's game and today, they hit a single with no outs, and they steal second base, and they've done it 4 times in a row. Got to figure out a way to stop that.
2-1 Adams. Adams with a looper into right field, coming along Acuna, makes a chest-high catch, and he'll send it in. Holding in second base now is Dylan Cruz. That hard enough to carry to Ronald. That's the first out here in the inning. But now it is Robert Hassel to the plate. One 0 Nationals, bottom of the 5th inning. They're trying to salvage the final game of this series. Hassel, left-handed hitter. He takes a ball low. From Waldrop. Ball low and outside. 2 balls, no strikes. Nationals hit the road, as do the Braves after this game. Braves, as we mentioned, go to Detroit. We'll see the Tigers this weekend. Have an off day tomorrow. Both teams have an off day tomorrow, Braves and Nats. 2-0 pitch and foul into the seats down the left field line. Nationals go to New York. It'll be their final road trip of the season. They go to New York to see the Mets Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Then they come to Atlanta to see the Braves Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. And then they'll finish the season against the White Sox at home. That should be a ratings bonanza. Here's the 2-1 pitch on the way to Robert Hassel. Waldrop brings it. And a ball low. Hurston here in this second trip to the order, trying to navigate his way through, limit the damage. Cruz a lead at second. 3-1, fouled off, 3-2. This is the bottom of their order. Hassel is 0 for 4 in the series, 0 for 1 today. Long pause, and now time called by Hassel. Waldrop had come set, was just gazing over his right shoulder at the runner at second. That's Dylan Cruz.
He's doing his best to control that running game. Got to vary your timing to the plate.
3-2. Hit down the right field line. That's a fair ball. That goes into the corner. That'll be extra bases for Hassel. It will mean a run for the Nationals. Make it an RBI double for Robert Hassel, his first hit in the series, and it's 2-0 Nationals.
Expect a trip from Rick Kranitz. There he is. Yeah, it's what I mentioned after the last hit. He's just up in the zone, and the name of the game at this level is making quick adjustments, figuring out, okay, do I need to rechange my sights when I'm looking at Drake Baldwin behind the plate? I have to lower my sights a little bit to get that ball back down. Because you're living at the top of the zone, these hits tend to pile up.
I feel like that'd be the most frustrating thing about pitching, is going out there for the first 3-4 innings of a game and having everything that you want to succeed.
Yeah.
And then you go out there the next inning, and all of a sudden this one pitch just isn't doing what you wanted it to do.
Yeah.
And it had been behaving for the first 3 or 4 innings, and all of a sudden, it's turned on you.
It is. And you know, the other thing is adrenaline's worn off a little bit. So when Hurston, the fiery guy, we haven't gotten to see him pitch much, but knowing him personally, he's extremely competitive, fired up. But once you get into these middle innings, that stuff dies down a little bit. So your body's moving just a tick slower.
2-0 Nationals. Runner at second. 1 out. A fly ball to deep right field off the bat of Brady House. Down the line towards the corner, and a foul ball into the seats. That was very deep down the line. 0-1 now on House. Well, and also another element of that is, let's say that one pitch that you're talking about, whatever it may be, just decides to go its own way. You can't figure it out. Well, then at that point, you're trying to put all your concentration into figuring out that pitch, how to make the adjustment, that some of your other stuff can suffer as well. There's a tapper back to the mound, gloved by Waldrop. He plants and fires. That's in time of the out. Advancing second and third, Hassel, and 2 down in the inning.
Yeah, it is so frustrating, and that's why it's good to have a diverse arsenal and having, you know, a backup plan. If that splitter's not behaving, you're gonna have to go to that curveball more, or live with the fastball. You know, I would say when a pitcher is trying to make an adjustment, he'll get out there to the mound as early as he can before the inning, throw as many warm-up pitches as he can, and really work on that pitch. That's the beauty of having warm-up pitches.
Runner at third, 2 down for James Wood. First pitch to Wood, low and in. It's like trying to solve a Rubik's Cube that's fighting back.
It's a good way to put it.
Twist it and think you got the colors in line, then it twists on its own a different direction, just trying to figure it all out. 1-0 pitch. Ball outside, 2-0 on Wood. The Nats here in the inning, 2 runs on 3 hits. A man at third base right now. Righty-lefty matchup on the 2-0 pitch on the way to James Wood. He'll swing and miss. Used a splitter right at the bottom of the zone. That's more like it. That's the location he's looking for. Waldrop at 80 pitches. 2-1 to Wood. And he strokes one in the right center field, a base hit. That'll drive in Robert Hassel. This could be extra bases for Wood. Getting to it on the edge of the warning track in right center, Acuna. By the time he fires it in, it 1 hops just to the third base side of the mound, and Waldrop takes that throw. So it's an RBI double by Wood, and on his 23rd birthday, he has an RBI. That is his first hit of the series. He was 0 for 11 in this series prior to that.
If Waldrop doesn't get that splitter down, Ronald's going to need oxygen out there and right. He's been running gap to the line to the gap and just trying to get these doubles corralled.
C.J. Abrams takes a curveball in the inside corner. Yeah, everything that's been put in play is that Ronald running all over the place. You know that the Braves have some action in the bullpen. Lefty tossing out there. 0-1 pitch. Popped up. Shallow left center. Kim going out. Profar coming in. Profar still racing in. Makes the catch and then tumbles to the ground in very shallow left. I don't think Kim could find it. Unfortunately, Profar did. He was relying on one of his best friends back there behind him, and Jerkson came through for him. That into the bottom of the 5th. But
my day kicks off with a refreshing Celsius energy drink. Then straight to the gym. Pre-K pickup, back home to meal prep. Time for my fire station shift. One more Celsius, gotta keep the lights on. When the 3-alarm hits, I'm ready. Celsius. Live, fit, go. Grab a cold, refreshing Celsius at your local retailer or locate now at Celsius.com.
Now at Verizon, lock in our low price, plus call Latin America whenever. Call Abuelita for her croqueta recipe. Celebrate that goal with your primos. And save big with Verizon. Switch and get 4 lines for just $30 per line per month with unlimited welcome with auto pay plus taxes and fees. And free calls to Latin America for 3 years to an eligible country after $10 a month. Stop by your Miami Verizon store today. In times of congestion, unlimited 5G and 4G LTE may be temporarily slower than other traffic. Domestic data roaming at 2G speeds. Must add global choice plan within 30 days of activation. $10 per month credit applied for 36 months. Terms apply. Up to $5 per month to designated country. Overage rate apply.
After an accident, you may have an x-ray that looks normal, but you're still in pain. That's because soft tissue injuries like sprains and tears don't show up on x-rays. And if an insurance company doesn't see it, They may not believe you're hurt.
When they don't take your pain seriously, we fight back. We know doctors who are experts in diagnosing soft tissue injuries. They can help us prove that your pain is real, and we'll seek to get you paid for all of your future medical expenses.
Farah and Farah, Tampa.
Coming at you live from Auto Trader, here's New Car Energy.
They're searching inventory. You can make a budget for your wallet to help you succeed. It's smarter car shopping just for
Find
you.
your next ride at autotrader.com, powered by Auto Intelligence.
Take a hack at guessing which baseball player or manager said the following.
I really don't know what to say. I'm just...
Mornings from 6 to 10 on 680 The Fan.
Nationals have a 3-0 lead into the top of the 6th inning as Matt Olson leads off for the Braves. Matt takes ball on the outside corner, should say, from Lord. Brad Lord starts him off with that fastball away. Olson is 1 for 2 with a single and a pop out. A 1 from Lord. Swung on and missed by Matt Olson. 6th inning means it's the Georgia Lottery home run jackpot inning. Tell you about our contestant in just a moment. Lord at 94 pitches. Right-hander from Tallahassee, Florida, ready to go to work in the 0-2 pitch. Olson takes the ball low and in. If the Braves hit a homer here in the 6th inning, our contestant today, Kathleen Krause from Warrenton, Georgia, will win $1,750. Just need a home run. Braves have been shut out to this point. 1-2, missed low and inside 2-2. If you'd like to enter for your chance to win at least $1,000 from the Georgia Lottery, visit 680thefan.com/GA Lottery. Georgia Lottery, today could be the day. Needed to be the day. Try to get on the board and spark a comeback. 2-2, Olson sends one foul.
He's doing a little digging on Matt September today. He's tearing the cover off the ball. But what really stands out is how well he's handling the breaking ball. Hitting almost 400 off that pitch this year.
2-2 fouled off. And
excuse me, this month.
And breaking balls from righties or lefties.
Doesn't matter. He's got 2 strikeouts on breaking balls in the month of September. He's got 2 triples on breaking balls in the month of September and 3 home runs. So those are numbers you don't see all that often.
Certainly don't expect the triples out of Olson, but a couple of them here lately for him, including one last night. 2-2 pitch, spoiled foul on the left field line. Still 2-2 on Olson. This is his 3rd look at Lord, and the next pitch from Lord will be his 100th pitch of the game. 2-2 and Olson. It's a high fly ball down the right field line. Bell going back, so is Garcia. Right on the painted line down the right field line. Garcia's got it. First base umpire Ramon De Jesus is pointing towards the foul side of the line, so he called it in foul ground. And one down here in the 6th inning.
Yeah, a bit strange that the changeup from Lord, he's gotten 4 pop-up outs on a changeup. Changeup you usually think of being a ground ball pitch, but the Braves hitters have just been under it here today.
In the hands of Acuna, Braves trailing 3-0, and Acuna laces one in the left field. Able to turn around a sinker for a base hit. That's his 2nd hit of the game. 1-out single for Acuna as the Braves try to come back here in the inning. A win today for the Braves would extend their winning streak to 5. And that would match their longest winning streak of the season. Braves had a 5-game winning streak on the road last month with a couple of wins against the Mets and then 3 wins against the Guardians. Going to be a visit at the mound. Jim Hickey, pitching coach for the Nationals, walking out there. Nats with a 3-game losing streak. Their longest losing streak of the season, the Nationals, was 11 in a row, June 7th through June 18th. Their longest winning streak, 5. That was back in May. But it's looking like they're going to finish in last place for the 6th time in the last 7 seasons. As the Braves are in 4th place, but 7 games ahead of these Nationals. Clayton Beeter is throwing in the Nationals bullpen. That's a name, isn't it? Clayton Beeter, B-E-E-T-E-R. Jim Hickey back down the steps of the Nationals dugout. First pitch on the way to Drake Baldwin. Lord fires. And Baldwin fires back, ropes one towards the gap in left center field. Down for a base hit all the way to the wall. Acuna takes off around third. He'll be sent to the plate. It's an RBI double by Drake Baldwin. And the Braves are on the board as Baldwin just pounded one into the gap. A 3-1 game in the 6th.
Yeah, the ball smoked by Drake, and he also put the right English on it. Had a little slice to it, so it kept running away from Robert Hassel III, the center fielder for the Nats, just not able to get to it.
They just scooted right on by him. Now meeting at the mound, and all Riley Adams is doing is buying time. As you'd imagine, they're going to send Miguel Cairo, the manager, up the steps of the dugout in a moment, bring along the right-hander Beater. And right on cue, here he comes up the steps of the dugout. So the Nationals will be making the Pennington Grass Seed call to the bullpen. And if you're looking to transform your lawn this year, just turn to Pennington Grass Seed, the official partner of the Atlanta Braves grounds crew. Pennington Grass Seed, rooted in Braves country. We'll tell you more about Clayton Beater when we come back. We're in the top of the 6th inning. 1 out. Braves have a runner at second and trailing the Nationals 3-1.
Attention Braves fans, we have a major announcement. Tire Discounters is back as the tire retailer partner of the Braves. Here's their snazzy jingle. Sorry to interrupt, but all of us at Tire Discounters are really excited because every time the Braves hit a homer, we're giving all the fans a great deal. Cash off on select tires and free alignments. And free oil changes. Okay, roll it.
5 a.m. I'm up with a crisp Celsius energy drink. Running 12 miles today. Grab a green juice, quick change, and head to work. Meetings, workshops. 1 more Celsius, no slowing down. Working late, but obviously still meeting the girls for a little dancing. Celsius. Live, fit, go. Grab a cold, refreshing Celsius at your local retailer or locate now at Celsius.com.
When you've been in a crash and your mind's racing.
When you've fallen in a store and are blaming yourself.
When you've been hurt at work and you don't know what to do.
Or if you've been the victim of a medical mistake, we've got you.
We've got what it takes to prove a case that the insurance companies can't ignore.
With decades of experience and a track record of winning for our clients.
Farah and Farah, Tampa.
Introducing baseball's all-new national pregame show, MLB Tonight, live at...
Double gets the Braves on the board and also chases the Nats starter, Brad Lord, after 5 1/3 innings pitched. 5 hits, 4 strikeouts, just 1 walk. He is responsible for Drake Baldwin at second base. On to relieve him, right-hander Clayton Beater, 26-year-old out of Fort Worth, Texas. He was acquired from the Yankees in exchange for Ahmed Rosario on July 26th of this season. And he's been a good pickup for him. Has pitched to a 1.93 ERA with 6 holds and 27 strikeouts in his 20 games with the Nats. Opponents hitting a paltry 0.86 off him. So he's got some big-time stuff. Got a fastball sitting right at 97 miles an hour and pairs that with a slider. Right about 50-50 pitch mix between those two.
Ozzie Albies, the first Brave to the plate versus the right-hander Clayton Beater. Beater out of Texas Tech. Got a long road to the big leagues, has Beater. First pitch on the way to Ozzie Albies. And Ozzie takes the ball up and in. For Beater, wasn't drafted out of high school. Went to Texas Tech in his freshman year, had Tommy John. And things were not going all that well, but he was able to bounce back and have a solid career there at Texas Tech. Drafted by the Dodgers. There's a ball outside Ozzie Albies. Dodgers chose him in the 2nd round of the 2020 draft. And then they traded him to the Yankees in the Joey Gallo deal. That was in 2022. Here's the 2-0 pitch. Albies takes the ball low. And then that deal that Darren just mentioned that brought him here for Ahmed Rosario. Beater is asking home plate umpire Edwin Jimenez to check with third base umpire Quinn Walcott on the check swing. It's a 3-0 count. 3-0 pitch. Outside ball 4. So Beater comes in, walks the first batter he faces.
Yeah, I'm not real sure what was going on there. Seemed like Quinn Walcott did not want to chime in at all.
I mean, did Edward even motion down there? They're asking him to, but obviously he doesn't have to if he doesn't want to, home plate umpire. It's not a guarantee that they appeal if home plate umpire says it's a ball or strike, and in this case, a ball. Here's Ha-Sung Kim. Takes the ball high. I tell you what, asking isn't doing him any favors, is it?
No.
Because he just, that was a really close pitch and didn't get the call.
Right. You make a big scene, you show up an umpire, you're not going to get those close ones.
1-0 from Beater. Then misses low. 2 balls, no strikes. So he's come in and he can't find the zone. Inning started with a pop out by Olsen, but then a single by Acuna, an RBI double by Baldwin. Walk to Albies. Tying run at first base. Go ahead run at the plate. 2-0 to Kim. Inside, ball 3. A very frustrated Clayton Beater walks back up the front slope of the mound. Now his foot on the rubber. 7 pitches, 7 balls. 3-0. There's a strike. Barely.
Yeah, it was a generous call there.
Action continues in the Nationals bullpen as Saurin Lowe is warming up in their bullpen. 3-1. And there's a strike on the inside corner with a fastball. Now 3-2 count. (3-1) Nationals. Braves finally scored a run just a moment ago. They've been shut out for 5 innings, but hoping for a much larger inning than just the 1 run. And that's in the hands of Ha-Sung Kim, who's 0 for 2 with a fly out to right field and a ground out to shortstop. The 3-2. Swings and fouls one off over the Nationals dugout. Need a clutch hit right here. Kim has seen 1 slider. Everything else has been a fastball. Right-hander Beater comes set next to his right ear. Again, the 3-2. Low ball 4. That'll load him up. 97-mile-an-hour fastball that was well under the zone. So Beater comes in and has walked the first 2 batters. And they are now loaded for Michael Harris. And once again, here comes pitching coach Jim Hickey.
Yeah, obviously, as a relief pitcher, that's the last thing you can do, right? You're coming in to try to put the fire out, and all he's done is pour 2 cans of gas onto it. So Jim Hickey's probably out there. We mentioned just the Beater's 2nd season in the league, so young players usually a little more volatile in terms of their performance. But a manager just wants to know you're going to throw strikes when you go out there. So that's a challenge on a staff.
That makes you wonder if he ever mentally recovered from that non-check swing to Ozzie Albies. But, I mean, ever since then, he's gone a completely different direction. It took him a while to really overcome that. You could tell he was fuming. So they are loaded with 1 down for Michael Harris. A base hit can tie the game. Michael is 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts. He's 5 for 14 in the series. Righty-lefty matchup. Beater brings it. Michael a check swing, and he did go. First pitch slider, and it's 0-1. Got to show some discipline here and find a way to square one up and at least tie the game. Last night, Harris ripped a double in the 7th inning. That'd be sweet right here. Waiting on the 0-1. 0-1 pitch. And he swings and misses at a slider away. And once again, another trip to the plate where it's 0-2 on Harris within the first 2 pitches of the sequence. Been happening a lot for him, not just lately, but this season.
Yeah, that Beater slider it's a big time breaking ball. A lot of movement on it.
0-2 to Harris. And he swings and misses at a pitch that bounced in front of the plate. That was just a guess right there. That was a slider in the dirt that bounced in front of the plate, and he went after it. 2 down.
Yeah, hitter as aggressive as Michael Harris, we would say in pitching meetings, 2K approach. So you're pitching him like he already has 2 strikes on him because we'll know he'll swing at it. So you don't have to throw him anything in the strike zone. Fortunately, Michael not able to hold back there.
So it's now up to Marcell Ozuna. Big opportunity for the Braves. Can't allow this to pass by. First pitch to Ozuna on a first pitch strike. Well-located fastball. 3-1 Nationals, top of the 6th. Baldwin at third, Albies at second, Kim at first. 0-1 to Ozuna. He swings and misses at a slider down. Now the Braves are 1 strike away from seeing this opportunity just evaporate in front of them. Right-hander Clayton Beeter trying to work through this bases-loaded jam. 0-2 to Ozuna. He swings and fights it off foul on the right field line. Jammed him with that slider in. Just don't want to get 2-3 innings down the line and look back on this moment and say there was the opportunity and they missed it. Ozuna 1 for 2 with a single. Right on right matchup. 0-2 pitch. Bounced up there. Great knockdown by the catcher Riley Adams. That saved a run. That was a slider in the dirt. Now 1-2 count on Ozuna.
Yeah, I think Marcel's going to see a few more of those. Beater's running a 50% whiff rate on that slider. 25 of his 29 strikeouts have been on that pitch. That is... It's an impressive pitch. It's darting down in the strike zone at 87, 88 miles an hour.
1-2. Low and away with another slider. At least that one made it to the plate.
Yeah. It reminds me a little bit of Pierce Johnson's curveball. You know, the lines between these breaking balls, they blur because of the velocity they're throwing them at, but it's a sharp pitch. You can see why the Nats targeted him in that Rosario trade.
2 balls and 2 strikes for Ozuna. He requests time, and he'll back out of there. Looking to lick one here versus Beeter. A 3-1 lead for the Nationals. The Braves have him loaded, 2 down. Beeter nods in agreement with his catcher Riley Adams. 2-2 pitch. Swung on and whistled in the right field. A base hit by Ozuna. Baldwin will score. Here comes Ozzie Albies. The game is tied. 2 RBI single by Marcell Ozuna, and we're back to even. It's 3 apiece here in the 6th. What a battle.
What a beautiful piece of hitting. You know, we're talking about this big slider, and that's in the back of Marcel's mind. He knows what Beeter's got, but quick, short swing. He pulled his hands in so he could get to the ball faster, squared that 98-mile-an-hour heater up in the top of the zone. Didn't waste the opportunity.
Very well done. Inning continues now for Nacho Alvarez. Game tied at 3. Runners at first and second as Kim arrived at second. And that's going to be hit down the left field line. A base hit out of Nacho Alvarez. Coming around third base and to the plate, it's Kim. Throw goes to third, and they've got Ozuna. Did the run count? It did. And the Braves take the lead. And this will likely be reviewed, but the base hit by Nacho Alvarez for the time being has given the Braves the lead. Ozuna was trying to go first to third on the base hit by left field. They fired to third, and they got the out. At home plate umpire Edwin Jimenez emphatically pointed to the plate and then pointed up here to the booth to say the run counts. So now the umpires will get together. And walking out onto the field now is the manager, Miguel Cairo, to specify exactly what's being challenged. Adrian Johnson is the crew chief and second base umpire. So he made the announcement to the stadium as to the fact that this play will be reviewed. Well, they're just trying to see if there's a camera angle that shows the tag on Ozuna before Kim came across to score. This is close, Darren.
Marcell seems to think he's safe as well.
Well, where did the tag get him? It looked like the tag got him on the right hand. He was reaching for the bag with the left hand.
And he touched C.J. Abrams' right foot instead of touching the base. So this is going to be an interesting replay. A lot to digest here.
The call on the field is that Ozuna is out at third base, which would end the inning, but just after Kim touched the plate, which would give the Braves the lead. Boy, he whiffed that tag. Ozuna's safe at third. All right, he just made the announcement. The Nationals are coming off the field. We can't hear what Adrian Johnson said from all the way up here. I think they're saying the call stands. I believe the Braves still have the lead. But all the speakers in this stadium are under us, and we can't hear the announcement. And that will end the inning. We'll try to get some clarification on that. But as it stands now, we go to the bottom of the sixth inning with the Braves on top 4-3.
From playing catch in the front yard to backyard barbecues, your lawn is the backdrop to it all. That's why Pennington, at the official grass seed of the Atlanta Braves, is here to help you grow a lawn you can be proud of. With over 80 years of experience rooted right here in Braves country, Pennington knows what it takes to achieve big league results right at home. So whether you're entertaining or unwinding, you can trust Pennington Grass Seed, available at the Home Depot.
A golf instructor who knows technique can improve an aspiring pro's swing. But one who really cares can help transform a career.
There he is, your new champion.
When you team up with someone who knows a lot and cares even more, you're unstoppable. At Truist, we believe the same is true for banking. Truist, leaders in banking, unwavering in care. Truist Bank, member FDIC, leading based on top 10 U.S. commercial bank.
FanDuel Sports Network is your home for your home teams. One app means one destination all year long for the most local games in your area. Watch all the big hits, big shots, and the big goals all in one place. For coverage of your local MLB, NBA, and NHL teams year-round, visit FanDuelSportsNetwork.com or download the FanDuel Sports Network app to sign up for our annual pass. Don't miss a minute of the action. Game on.
I'm Cortland spokespug Cordy. This broadcast of the Atlanta Braves is brought to you by Cortland. Visit Cortland.com to find your new apartment or one of our next-level communities. Go Braves!
This is Buck Ballou reminding you to look for my podcast, Buck's Beat, twice a week on the Fan app or subscribe to the feed at 680thefan.com.
Well, top of the sixth here in D.C., and I thought the dust had settled, but we were just addressed again by Adrian Johnson. And can't hear him all the way up here.
Texting terms at unlock.com/SMS. Privacy policy at unlock.com/privacy-policy. Texting enrolls for recurring automated text marketing messages. Message and data rates may apply. Reply stop to opt out. Terms and conditions apply. For full details, see unlock.com/legal. Actor portrayal.
Lisa, thanks for having me over. Your new kitchen is gorgeous. How'd you find the money to do it? We worked with this great company, Unlock. They help you unlock the future value of your home to get the cash you need today. So it's a home equity loan? No, it's not a loan at all. There's no monthly payments and no interest charges ever. And you can use the money however you want. We were able to redo our kitchen and pay off our credit card debt. Wow, Jack and I could really use this to finally pay off our old student loan debt. How do I get started? It's easy. Just go to their website.
Text equity to 865-865 to unlock the value in your home and get up to $500,000 in cash with no monthly payments and no interest ever. Pay off debt, improve your home, add your retirement fund. It's up to you. Text equity to 865-865. Text the word equity to 865-865. Text equity to 865-865 now.
Now at Verizon, lock in our low price, plus call Latin America whenever. Call Abuelita for her croqueta recipe. Celebrate that goal with your primos. And save big with Verizon. Switch and get 4 lines for just $30 per line per month with unlimited welcome with auto pay plus taxes and fees. And free calls to Latin America for 3 years to an eligible country after $10 a month. Stop by your Miami Verizon store today. In times of congestion, unlimited 5G and 4G LTE may be temporarily slower than other traffic. Domestic data roaming at 2G speeds. Must add global choice plan within 30 days of activation. $10 per month credit applied for 36 months. Terms apply. Up to 5 hours per month to designated country. Overage rates apply.
If you've been in a big truck accident, you better have a lawyer who understands the traffic rules for big trucks.
And a lawyer who can navigate the hundreds of laws that can complicate your case.
At Farah & Farah, we're ready to go the long haul to fight for you. Tampa.
MLB app has the score at 4-3. So if that's the case, Braves have taken the lead like we suspected on the base hit by Alvarez. They sent 8 to the plate, 4 runs scored. And 2 of those runs charged to Lord, 2 charged to Beater. Okay, they do put the score up, and it was a 4-run 6th inning. That's certainly something they should address here in this press box. I know it's a high press box, but we should be able to hear the announcement coming from the field, as important as it is. Pitch on the way to Bell, switch hitter batting from the right side, and a called strike on him. So the Braves were down 3-0 at the end of 5 innings, and they played 4 runs in the top of the 6th. 0-1 pitch to Bell, and a ball inside. What's funny is on the line score on the video board, they have 3 runs in the 6th for the Braves, but under runs, they have 4 runs total. So I guess they've split the difference.
It's 3.5 to 3.
1-1 pitch, plugged to the left side. Bell turns on that one, got a cutter to his liking, and sends it into left field for a leadoff single. Both teams in the bullpen now.
Well, I'll tell you what, the run counts, right? It was a photo finish. I mean, it was a split second where Kim's foot touches the plate and Ozuna got tagged at third.
Dalen Lyle takes the ball outside. Well, there's a couple of things about that. Number one, if that's the only angle that they had of the plays taking place simultaneously within the same frame, there was nothing in there to overturn the run scoring. There's just no way. 1-0 pitch, called strike. Not sure if they have another angle, but if they did, we never saw it. And given what we saw, I don't think you could possibly overturn that. Number two, if you really want to get down to it, I think the Braves could have challenged the play at third base just as easily as the Nats challenged that play if the run scored when the out was made, because I don't think they even got the tag on Ozuna. And he looked safe to me. Pitch swung on and tipped in the mid by Lyle, 1-2. One-two pitch. Dodd misses outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Four runs, 8 hits, no errors for the Braves. 3 runs, 6 hits, no errors for the Nationals. We're in the bottom of the 6th inning. 2-2 on the ground to second. Could be 2. Ozzie to Kim. Kim to Olsen, not in time at first base. Lyle beats it out. It's a 4-6 put out, and that slow roller to second just couldn't get to Ozzie in time. Slow developing there, but they do get the 1 out.
And Lyle, we've already talked about it. He runs like his hair's on fire. So he gets up the speed pretty quick, too. So tough guy to double up, especially on that medium pace ground ball.
One down for Garcia. Pick off over to first base. Back in standing Lyle. Napa is a proud partner of your Atlanta Braves. With America's largest network of parts and care, Napa has all the bases covered when it comes to your ride. Nacho Alvarez, even with a bag at third. Well off the line for the left-handed hitting Garcia. That'll be fouled back by Garcia.
All right, Ben, I got the scoop.
Okay, fire away.
The Braves challenged Ozuna the out call at third. Nats challenged that the run scored before Ozuna was out. So both teams did challenge on that play.
And neither got it their way, basically.
Right, exactly.
0-1. Reach and a miss. All right, well, that's good to get clarification. That makes sense why Adrian Johnson addressed the crowd as often as he did 3 times to tell everybody that both teams had challenged an element of that play. Oh, too low and outside. We know that they've got the ability to make it where we can hear what's happening on the field because we've heard the anthems loud and clear the last few days.
It's true.
That was belting through the ballpark at a pretty high volume. 1-2 on Luis Garcia. There it is from Dodd. Check swing. They appeal. Didn't go. 2-2. Braves leading 4-3 in the bottom of the 6th inning. One of 2 games underway across Major League Baseball right now. 3 finals that we'll touch on in a moment. Pick off over to first base. And back in standing over there is Dalen Lyle. Glance at the out-of-town scoreboard delivered to you by Saya LTL Freight, the official freight carrier of the Atlanta Braves. One other game right now with postseason implications. Diamondbacks and Giants are scoreless in the top of the 10th. That sound familiar? 2-2 pitch. Line drive into right field. And a base hit for Garcia. Rounding second, on his way to third is Lyle. Throw from Acuna, cut off in between the mound and second base by Kim. And the single by Garcia puts him in the corners with one down. Garcia's been swinging a good bat. And before Dylan Cruz climbs in, let's pause 10 seconds for station identification on the Braves Radio Network.
Never miss a pitch of the Braves.
WCNN North Atlanta, a Dickey broadcasting station.
The Fan, and streaming free on the Fan app.
4-3 Braves here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Here comes Brian Snitker. And that'll be it for Dodd. Braves have had Hunter Stratton tossing in the bullpen. And the Braves make the Pennington grass seed call to the bullpen. If you're looking to transform your lawn this year, just turn to Pennington Grass Seed, the official partner of the Atlanta Braves grounds crew. Pennington Grass Seed, rooted in Braves country. Tell you about
5 a.m. I'm up with a crisp Celsius energy drink. Running 12 miles today. Grab a green juice, quick change, and head to work. Meetings, workshops. One more Celsius, no slowing down. Working late, but obviously still meeting the girls for a little dancing. Celsius. Live, fit, go. Grab a cold, refreshing Celsius at your local retailer or locate now at Celsius.com.
How do we respond to lowball offers from insurance companies?
With relentless litigation. For the justice you're entitled to after an accident, you know who to call.
Make it a FARA fight. Fair and FARA.
Tampa.
Now at Verizon, lock in our low price, plus call Latin America whenever. Call Abuelita for her croqueta recipe. Celebrate that goal with your primos. And save big with Verizon. Switch and get 4 lines for just $30 per line per month with unlimited welcome with auto pay plus taxes and fees. And free calls to Latin America for 3 years to an eligible country after $10 a month. Stop by your Miami Verizon store today. In times of congestion, unlimited 5G and 4G LTE may be temporarily slower than other traffic. Domestic data roaming at 2G speeds. Must add global choice plan within 30 days of activation. $10 per month credit applied for 36 months. Terms apply. Up to $5 per month to designated country. Overage apply.
Coming at you live from Auto Trader, here's New Car Energy.
They're searching inventory. You can make a budget for your wallet to help you succeed. It's smarter car shopping just for
Find
you.
your next ride at autotrader.com, powered by Auto Intelligence.
Are you ready to round the bases with base balderdash?
Dylan Dodd out of the game after just a third of an inning pitched. Men on first and third that are his base runners. Coming in looking to put out that fire, right-hander Hunter Stratton. Stratton has inherited 7 runners this season. 5 of those have scored. He's looking to improve on that mark. Stratton altogether, since he's been a Brave, 5 different stints with the team, owns a 2.3 run ERA in his work with the Braves union.
Dylan Cruz is the first man to greet him. Cruz is 1 for 2 with an RBI single. First pitch swinging, ground ball to third, could be 2. Nacho comes to the plate, and they got the runner in a rundown. And now they will get the out between home and third. Boy, that looked like a double play ball all the way. And I'm not sure if Nacho forgot how many outs there were. But he just came to the plate, so they keep the run from scoring, but 2 down. That looked like an easy 5-4-3 double play. But at the same time, Cruz is the runner.
Yeah.
And he's a really quick runner, so maybe he's thinking they couldn't turn it in time before the run scored.
Yeah, those are those judgment calls third basemen have to make, and that's a tough one. You know, as you mentioned, Cruz runs well.
So 5-2 put out. I don't think Lyle expected that at all. Here's Riley Adams. Adams takes the first pitch strike. Well, he was playing in, and the ball was hit directly to him on one bounce, and you might be thinking, okay, if it comes right to me on one bounce, I'm going double play. Anything else, maybe I come to the plate, but that was right to him. And he came looking to fire to the plate and get the out, which he did. Runners dancing at first and second. 0-1, called strike, good-looking cutter.
I actually talked to Austin Riley about those plays at third base, and if it's predetermined before the play. You know, we tell young players in the game, know where the ball's going before it's hit to you. Well, Riley explained to me it's more of a feel play based on the timing and the speed of those base runners.
Stratton's 0-2. got him swinging. High fastball, 98, and he just cooked him. And suddenly that jam comes unraveled there for the Nationals. No runs, 2 hits, no errors, and 2 men left. We played 6. On to the 7th we go, 4-3 Braves.
Braves fans, this is Mike Morgan, founder and CEO of 13 Heroes. Like you, I was devastated when tragedy struck in 2020.
For full details, including terms and conditions, visit unlock.com/legal. Call 1-888-780-6854 to speak with a representative today. Actor portrayal. Terms and conditions apply.
Lisa, thanks for having me over. Your new kitchen is gorgeous. How'd you find the money to do it? We worked with this great company, Unlock. They help you unlock the future value of your home to get the cash you need today. So it's a home equity loan? No, it's not a loan at all. There's no monthly payments and no interest charges ever. And you can use the money however you want. We were able to redo our kitchen and pay off our credit card debt. Wow, Jack and I could really use this to finally pay off our old student loan debt. How do I get started? It's easy. Just give him a call or go to unlock.com.
Call 1-888-780-6854 to unlock the value in your home and get up to $500,000 in cash with no monthly payments and no interest ever. Use the money for home improvements, to pay off debt, or to add to your retirement fund. It's up to you. Visit unlock.com. That's unlock.com, or call 1-888-780-6854 now to get started.
Pro Savings Days are back at Lowe's. My Lowe's Pro Rewards members save even more with limited-time doorbuster deals. Save $5 on 24-count Contractor's Choice 42-gallon trash bags, now just $14.78. Plus, get your choice select DeWalt Elite Series saw blades for $9.98. Not a Pro Rewards member? Join for free today at Lowe's. Valid through 9/17. Selection varies by location. While supplies last. Loyalty program subject to terms and conditions. See Lowes.com/terms for details. Subject to change.
The new Buck Belue Show here on The Fan, 680 and 93.7. Home of the Braves.
On the top of the 7th here in D.C., Braves leading at 4-3 after some excellent relief pitching from Hunter Stratton in the bottom of last inning. We have a new Nats pitcher. Rookie right-hander Sauronlao, Saurynlao, 26-year-old out of the Dominican Republic, is actually a converted infielder, signed by the Dodgers in 2015 as an infielder, converted to pitching in 2023. Made his major league debut this season in a Mariners uniform and then was claimed off waivers by these Nats. Just 2 career appearances in the major leagues to his name, finds himself in a close ball game here.
Sauronlao. He is their 3rd pitcher. They're going Lord to Beater to Low. And there's a ball low to Profar. Lao. You see, actually, strike 1 on that. And there's ball outside. 1-1 on Profar. Braves on top 4-3 in the top of the 7th. And the 1-1 pitch hit hard and out to first baseman Josh Bell. Takes it on 1 bounce, steps on the bag, and 1 down here in the inning.
It's always funny watching position players converted to pitchers. They all look kind of rigid out there. It's not a lifetime of perfecting that delivery. It's like, I'll just do what that guy does, and they come up with their own delivery. He might end up being a good pitcher. He just looks a little different to me.
1 down for Olson. He swings and misses. Looks like a converted shortstop, doesn't he?
Yes. Yeah. You think of a guy like Charlie Culberson. Braves fans have seen him pitch. He did pitch in high school. He just looks a little more stiff.
Here comes the 0-1 pitch. And Olson drives one way up in the air. He just ignited another missile into the second deck. It's a homer by Matt Olson. This guy has been on another level here in September, and it's 5-3 Braves here in the 7th. 422 feet. And it's his 28th home run of the year. And the Braves have a 2-run lead here in the top of the 7th.
And a quarter of his home runs have come this month. That's a 7th bomb in September. Just over halfway through it.
And he has just been leading the way for the Braves at the plate. finishing the season so hot. That's his second hit today and another homer. That's the first of the game for the Braves. That'll save you tomorrow at Tire Discounters. And Acuna sends one foul into the dugout. That means you'll save at least $75 on a set of select tires at Tire Discounters tomorrow only. Plus a free alignment, free oil change. Visit braves.tirediscounters.com to learn more. So he takes the new hurler deep over the right field wall. Here comes the 0-1 pitch on the way to Ronald Acuna. Acuna swings and misses. Just get late in the game and let Matt Olson come to the plate and do what he does. That's been the plan here in the month of September. Here's the 0-2 on the way to Acuna. Ball low and outside. Matt now has at least one extra base hit and at least one RBI in 6 consecutive games. What a week for him. One, two from low. A little bit low and outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Braves are down 3-0 at one point. And the Braves have scored 4 times in the 6th, once here in the 7th, and have a 5-3 lead. Right-hander deals. And the 2-2 to Acuna. Looked like he hit the inside corner, but he didn't get the call from Edwin Jimenez. You've got to be thinking, where else am I supposed to go for a strike versus Ronald Acuna if I can get a strike right there? Don't want to go to the middle of the plate. Here's the 3-2 pitch. Acuna chases and misses a slider down and away. That was a pretty good pitch.
Yeah, it sure was. Tight little slider, 87 miles an hour down and away.
Two down for Baldwin. Coming up in between innings, it'll be the 7th inning stretch, brought to you by 13 Heroes, a premium line of spirits founded to honor the lives of the 13 service members killed in Afghanistan in 2021. Help turn tragedy into legacy by visiting 13heroes.com today. Drake Baldwin, the batter, had a big base hit last inning. Takes a fastball for a called strike here. Braves hoping for a 4-game sweep here in Washington, D.C. and leading 5-3 in the 7th. 0-1 to Baldwin. Fastball just missed up and in. 1 ball and 1 strike. It'll be on the shoulders of the bullpen the rest of the way for the Braves. Pierce Johnson is tossing for the Braves right now. And should he take over in the bottom of the 7th, it'll be 8, 9, and 1 due up against him. 1-1 pitch. Missed outside. Some confusion for Lowe as to what the count is. He was having a question home plate umpire Edwin Jimenez. It's a 2-1 count. And the 2-1 pitch. Baldwin bounces one to second. That'll be gloved out there by Garcia. Throws to the bag. Pitcher covers. That's in time of the out. And that ends the top of the 7th. But Matt Olson with another huge homer for the Braves. Another second decker here in D.C. We go to the bottom of the 7th inning. It's a 5-3 lead for the Braves.
Attention Braves fans, we have a major announcement.
My day kicks off with a refreshing Celsius energy drink, then straight to the gym. Pre-K pickup, back home to meal prep. Time for my fire station shift. One more Celsius, gotta keep the lights on. When the 3-alarm hits, I'm ready. Celsius. Live, fit, go. Grab a cold, refreshing Celsius at your local retailer or locate now at Celsius.com.
Texting terms at unlock.com/SMS. Privacy policy at unlock.com/privacy-policy. Texting enrolls for recurring automated text marketing messages. Message and data rates may apply. Reply stop to opt out. Terms and conditions apply. For full details, see unlock.com/legal. Actor portrayal.
Lisa, thanks for having me over. Your new kitchen is gorgeous. How'd you find the money to do it? We worked with this great company, Unlock. They help you unlock the future value of your home to get the cash you need today. So it's a home equity loan? No, it's not a loan at all. There's no monthly payments and no interest charges ever. And you can use the money however you want. We were able to redo our kitchen and pay off our credit card debt. Wow, Jack and I could really use this to finally pay off our old student loan debt. How do I get started? It's easy. Just go to their website.
Text EQUITY to 865-865 to unlock the value in your home and get up to $500,000 in cash with no monthly payments and no interest ever. Pay off debt, improve your home, add to your retirement fund. It's up to you. Text EQUITY to 865-865. Text the word EQUITY to 865-865. Text EQUITY to 865-865 now.
Take a hack at guessing which baseball player or manager said the following.
I really don't know what to say. I'm just,
Every budget, and we're committed to providing tools and assistance to make a difference. Learn more at georgiapower.com/myenergy.
The same station you go to during the baseball season is the same one you need during the football season. Join me, Nick Cellini, and Chris Domino weekdays 10 to 2 on 680 The Fan or the Fan app.
Braves 5, Nats 3 as we continue in the bottom of the 7th here in D.C. Hunter Stratton, great job last inning, coming on, stranding 2 base runners, keeping that lead right where it was. So on to relieve him, right-hander Pierce Johnson. We saw Pierce pitch in yesterday's first game, threw an inning with 2 hits and did give up an earned run along with the strikeout. Pierce, 1.39 ERA since June 13th, second best in the NL. Only man better, his teammate, Tyler Kinley, 1.38. So we got a close race down there.
I like that. It'll be 8-9-1 for the Nationals here in the bottom of the 7th inning. 5-3 Braves. First pitch from Pierce was a ball outside. Well, and where you are right now, thinking about where the Braves are, they went to the bullpen there in the 6th inning. So you know you have to rely on your pen to cover at least 4 innings today. Here's the 1-0 pitch on the way to Robert Hassel. That'll be fouled off. And if the bullpen holds this lead and wins the game, you could say a lot of this is because of what they were able to do yesterday with the starters. You had 19 innings to cover yesterday in a doubleheader. The second game went 10 innings. And of the 19, the Braves covered 15 innings with the starters. 1-1 pitch, high and outside. Meanwhile, the Nationals went through 5 relievers in game 1. Or correction, in game 2, they went through 3 relievers in game 1. They had to dive much deeper into their bullpen than the Braves did in that doubleheader yesterday. 2-1 and a fly ball towards shallow center. Coming in, Michael Harris. He slows, he's under it, and he's got it for the out, 1 down. So still a little bit of a ways to go as we're in the bottom of the 7th. But if you win this game, a lot of it could be chalked up for what you're able to accomplish with your starters yesterday.
Yeah. Hurston Waldrop out after 5 today. Just 88 pitches. And I think there's a combination of things. It's protecting your young pitcher's arm, that heavy pitch count. And also, you have an off day tomorrow in Detroit. So let's run our horses out there.
1 down for House, the third baseman. And he swings at a fly ball towards deep center field. Drifting back now is Harris to the track. And he's there. Makes the catch and then gently into the right center field wall. Nice pursuit by Michael Harris. And a couple of outs by Michael. Back to the top of the order to James Wood. Folks, did you know the all-time hot sauce leader in RBIs is the original Louisiana brand hot sauce, and that the original Louisiana brand hot sauce is like a double play for your mouth. That's Louisiana Hot. Buy you some. 2 down for James Wood. And he swings and hits one in the air to right field, down for a base hit, and he's 2 for 2. And 1 hops to Ronald Acuna, 2-out single by Wood. And on his 23rd birthday, he's now 2 for 2 with a single and a double. Here comes Brian Snitker. That'll be it for Pierce Johnson. So the Braves will go back into the bullpen, make the Pennington grass seed call to the bullpen. If you're looking to transform your lawn this year, turn to Pennington Grass Seed, the official partner of the Atlanta Braves grounds crew. Pennington Grass Seed, rooted in Braves country. Introduce you to the new Braves pitcher when we come back. 5-3 Braves in the 7th.
Hello, I'm Neil Pruitt, Chairman and CEO of Pruitt Health. We believe family makes us stronger. Pruitt Health has served families and communities.
Now at Verizon, lock in our low price, plus call Latin America whenever. Call Abuelita for her croqueta recipe. Celebrate that goal with your primos. And save big with Verizon. Switch and get 4 lines for just $30 per line per month with unlimited welcome with auto pay plus taxes and fees. And free calls to Latin America for 3 years to an eligible country after $10 a month. Stop by your Miami Verizon store today. In times of congestion, unlimited 5G and 4G LTE may be temporarily slower than other traffic. Domestic data roaming at 2G speeds. Must add global choice plan within 30 days of activation. $10 per month credit applied for 36 months. Terms apply. Up to $5 per month to designated country. Overage rate apply.
How do we respond to lowball offers from insurance companies?
With relentless litigation. For the justice you're entitled to after an accident, you know who to call.
Make it a FARA fight. Fair and FARA.
Tampa.
Pro Savings Days are back at Lowe's. My Lowe's Pro Rewards members save even more with limited-time doorbuster deals. Save $5 on 24-count Contractor's Choice 42-gallon trash bags, now just $14.78. Plus, get your choice select DeWalt Elite Series saw blades for $9.98. Not a Pro Rewards member? Join for free today at Lowe's. Valid through 9/17. Selection varies by location. While supplies last. Loyalty program subject to terms and conditions. See Lowe's.com/terms for details. Subject to change.
Baseball is all about stepping up to the plate when it matters most. And when you've been injured, you need a heavy hitter in your corner. Morgan & Morgan, America's largest injury law firm.
Injured? Visit for the people.
Victor managing very aggressively with his bullpen today, probably on account of that off day tomorrow. Dylan Lee will make his 71st appearance, continuing to push that career high even higher. 64 and 2/3 innings pitched, 69 strikeouts. Snit loves him in these situations. Understandably so. Lefties hitting just .204 off him this season.
Yeah, with a 2-run lead, the best part of their order. Go with that left-on-left matchup. First pitch from Lee. Yeah, there's ball a little bit low and outside. You and I are looking at this in between innings. If you get Abrams, I mean, you could potentially see Lee come back out for the 8th inning with what they have coming up. Here's the 1-0 pitch on the way to C.J. Abrams. And there's a strike on the outside corner. Some of the best hitters they have are lefties. We'll cross that bridge when we get there. Need an out right here. 1 ball and 1 strike. 5-3 Braves, bottom of the 7th. Pitch from Lee. Chase and a miss. 1-2. C.J. Abrams is 2 for 7 in his career versus Dylan Lee. One of the 2 was a homer. And Lee has struck him out twice in his career. Looking for a strikeout right here. 1-2 pitch. Just missed the outside corner with a fastball. What a great 1-2 selection. Count now even, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Abrams 1 for 2 with a single. Left-handed hitter. 2-2. Low and outside again with a slider. Where does he go now?
I think he goes back to that slider. Sky-high whiff rate on it. Batter's hitting just 164 on it this season, and we know that's where he likes to go when he needs a big strikeout.
Wood gets the lead at first. He'll take off. Pitch on the way. Burned him. Swung on and missed at a slider. Went away with that really good slider, and Abrams just couldn't help himself. He went after it, and a very frustrated Abrams walks back to the dugout. That ends the bottom of the 7th. We go to the top of the 8th. 5-3 Braves.
Go ahead, caller. Got a question for Michael Harris II?
Michael, seriously. Texting terms at unlock.com/SMS. Privacy policy at unlock.com/privacy-policy. Texting enrolls for recurring automated text marketing messages. Message and data rates may apply. Reply stop to opt out. Terms and conditions apply. For full details, see unlock.com/legal. After portrayal.
Lisa, thanks for having me over. Your new kitchen is gorgeous. How'd you find the money to do it? We worked with this great company, Unlock. They help you unlock the future value of your home to get the cash you need today. So it's a home equity loan? No, it's not a loan at all. There's no monthly payments and no interest charges ever. And you can use the money however you want. We were able to redo our kitchen and pay off our credit card debt. Wow, Jack and I could really use this to finally pay off our old student loan debt. How do I get started? It's easy. Just go to their website.
Text EQUITY to 865-865 to unlock the value in your home and get up to $500,000 in cash with no monthly payments and no interest ever. Pay off debt, improve your home, add to your retirement fund. It's up to you. Text EQUITY to 865-865. Text the word EQUITY to 865-865. Text EQUITY to 865-865 now.
When you want that good afternoon energy, pick up new hydrating Starbucks Iced Energy with plant-based caffeine for a feel-good boost. Available in 3 refreshing fruity flavors: tropical peach, blueberry lemonade, and watermelon twist to give you the delicious taste you've been looking for. Energize your afternoon with new Starbucks Iced Energy. Find it in stores or online today.
Thank you for calling Spectrum. My name is Angie, and I'm in Orlando, Florida. How can I help you today?
Great. You're still there. It must be like 3 a.m.
We're always here 24/7. What can I do for you?
I know it's late, but I wanted to ask you about the best place to set up my router.
It's never too late. We'll have you up and running in no time.
Only Spectrum has...
Pitch on the way to Ozzie. He swings and misses. They gave us the press release on this pitcher for the Nationals, and the phonetical spelling said low. And then the Nationals tell us it's pronounced Lau. They've had a hard time with a lot of things today. Didn't even know the way to pronounce their own player's name. Here's the pitch on the way to Ozzie Albies. Ozzie pulls one foul on the right field line. Nats had a 3-0 lead at the end of 5. They scored 3 runs in the 5th inning. And then the Braves got up off the mat, put together a 4-run 6th inning, added another run in the 7th on a solo homer by Matt Olson, which has been the only homer of the game. And the Braves leading 5-3 in the top of the 8th. Ozzie Albies, a couple of walks in the game. Right-hander Saurin Lau brings the 0-2 pitch. Now there's a fly ball to right field to his left, Dylan Cruz, and he makes a feet-first slide from the grass, transitioning to the dirt down the right field line, and squeezes it for the out. Sliding across the grass, but the second his knee hit that warning track dirt, his knee just kind of stuck in the ground. What a divot he left out there. Good gracious.
That's a trench.
Looks like a meteor landed out there in right field. One out here in the 8th inning. Ha-Sung Kim takes a first pitch strike on the inside corner.
You know what caused that trench, Ben? It's those pesky relievers standing on that grass every day playing catch.
That's right.
It drives the groundskeepers nuts because it's the least healthy grass in the stadium because it's torn up every single home game.
There's the 0-1. Kim takes the ball inside. Where else are you supposed to stand and throw?
Yeah, well, Craig Kimbrell actually is the bane of groundskeepers' existence. He actually, when he plays catch, digs holes where both of his feet are.
There's a 1-1. There's a called strike. If you think he's been tough on batters in his career, ask the grounds crew keepers how tough he's been on them.
In Baltimore, is actually Nicole, the head groundskeeper, asked me to go talk to Kimbrell and ask him if he could play catch on the warning track because he was just murdering different spots of grass every single day.
I bet that drove him nuts.
Hey, Nicole, I can't do that. You got to let him play catch where he wants.
1-2 to Ha-Sung Kim. Ball a little bit low and outside. Well, you'll see some teams now put those tarps down and line the lines to keep players off the grass. Once again, the pitcher Lau had to confirm what the count is with the home plate umpire. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. Fly ball sent foul on the right field line. And he's got it out there on the video board. He could look over his left shoulder and see it, but a few times he's gotten the attention of the home plate umpire and held up fingers to either side. Is this what the count is? Converted shortstop, formerly with the Dodger organization, now in the National organization. Made his debut with the Mariners earlier this year. 2-2 pitch, comebacker over the mound. That escapes into the outfield. Ha-Sung Kim with a base hit. There's his first hit of the game.
And you mentioned he's a converted infielder, now a pitcher. Longtime baseball trainer Richie Bancells told me that guys that make that switch way more often than not blow their UCL out in one of the first 2 years and then have to have Tommy John just because of how much stress you're putting on that ligament repeatedly pitching, and these guys just aren't used to it.
Yeah, it's a massive change. Misting rain starts to fall out of the sky here in Washington. Kim bluffs at first. There's a called strike on Michael Harris. .53 Braves, top of the 8th. Braves about to hit them 10-8. Very light misting rain coming down. Nothing compared to what we saw yesterday. Time called. Catcher Riley Adams requested time. I believe he just saved his pitcher a pitch timer violation. Kim being held by Josh Bell over at first base. Not a very big lead. Lyle brings the 0-1. Low and inside. 1 ball and 1 strike.
Yeah, Lau having to ask the count repeatedly and then almost getting pitch clock timer violation tells me that he doesn't really have the game under control, right? And understandable, his third major league appearance against a tough lineup.
Pickoff up at the first base and back in standing Kim. He's kind of green, isn't he?
Yes. Yeah, he's just game's going pretty fast for him.
Puts the ball in an aqua-colored glove right there at the letters in front of his white uniform. 1-1 pitch. And a big bouncer to the right side. To his left, the second baseman Garcia. Gloves in shallow right, spins and fires for the out. Had to go a long way to get there. Down to second base for Kim. That was a big one-hopper out there to second base. So 4-3 put out, 2 down. It's in the hands of Marcell Ozuna. Ozuna back in the 6th inning came to the plate. Bases loaded, 2 down. Had a real battle against the right-hander Clayton Beeter. And after fouling off some really tough pitches, finally delivered a 2 RBI single into right field. Big clutch base hit for the Braves. And that turned the game around. That tied the game. And looking back on it, will make it the Truist play of the game. Brought to you by Truist. When you work with someone who knows a lot and cares even more, you're unstoppable. Leaders in banking, unwavering in care. Truist Bank, member FDIC. 2 down for Ozuna. Chance to drive in another run. There's a ball outside. 1 ball, no strikes. Without that base hit, you certainly don't get the inning that the 6th inning turned into. And there's a chance that the Braves would still be trailing right now. That was what turned it all around. 1-0 to Ozuna. He'll foul one off. Sinker down and in. Bearded right-hander Lau just kind of looking off into center field. Now tug at the cap as the cap just kind of sits up above his eyebrows, angled to one side. 1 ball and 1 strike on Ozuna. Righty brings it. And Ozuna with a fly ball towards right center field, heading for the gap and down for a base hit to the track, as that'll be cut off by Cruz. It'll be an RBI double by Ozuna. That drives in Kim, and the Braves add on to their lead. It's now 6-3 Atlanta in the 8th. What a game for Ozuna.
Second 2-out RBI of the game. Actually, third. I mean, those are, we talk about all the time. 2-out RBIs win you games. And the Braves are doing a great job here today.
Yeah, he's the difference in the game right now.
Sure is.
He's down there at second base. Inning continues for Nacho Alvarez. 19th double of the year for Ozuna. Sinker misses inside from Lau to Nacho Alvarez. Alvarez drove in a run with a base hit back in the 6th inning. And Nacho's gone 2 for 3. So how about the guys batting 8th and 9th as Ozuna and Alvarez have combined for 5 hits and 4 RBIs. Check swing, fouled back by Alvarez.
I think there was a lot of teams around the league who would like to have Marcell Ozuna hitting 8th for him.
That's a great point. Big bat at the bottom of the order. Not your typical 8-hole hitter. 1-1 to Alvarez. Barreled foul down the left field line. Boy, he turned on that one. That was a sinker to his liking. Right in the sweet spot. Just couldn't keep it fair. (6-3) Braves, top of the 8th. Sauron Lau looking for anything to get him through this jam. 1 run has already scored. 1-2 to Alvarez. Outside. Nowhere near with that slider. If Nacho reaches, then Profar would come to the plate. Deep breath by Lau. Pitch is fouled back by Alvarez.
Lau's up to 35 pitches. And there is not a mouse stirring in the Nats bullpen, so they're going to let him go. You mentioned this Nats bullpen had a big workload the last few days here. In 3 games and just over 27 hours, so he's got the game.
2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss by Alvarez. Got him with a slider. That ends the top of the 8th with another big base hit by Ozuna. Braves have gone 3 for 10 in the game with runners in scoring position. And all 3 of those hits have come here recently as the Braves have taken the lead and have continued to add on to the lead. We go to the bottom of the 8th inning.
My day kicks off with a refreshing Celsius energy drink, then straight to the gym. Pre-K pickup, back home to meal prep. Time for my fire station shift. One more Celsius, gotta keep the lights on. When the 3-alarm hits, I'm ready. Celsius. Live, fit, go. Grab a cold, refreshing Celsius at your local retailer or locate now at Celsius.com.
Now at Verizon, lock in our low price, plus call Latin America whenever. Call Abuelita for her croqueta recipe. Celebrate that goal with your primos. And save big with Verizon. Switch and get 4 lines for just $30 per line per month with unlimited welcome with auto pay plus taxes and fees. And free calls to Latin America for 3 years to an eligible country after $10 a month. Stop by your Miami Verizon store today. In times of congestion, unlimited 5G and 4G LTE may be temporarily slower than other traffic. Domestic data roaming at 2G speeds. Must add global choice plan within 30 days of activation. $10 per month credit applied for 36 months. Terms apply. Up to 5 hours per month to designated country. Overage apply.
Texting terms at unlock.com/SMS. Privacy policy at unlock.com/privacy-policy. Texting enrolls for recurring automated text marketing messages. Message and data rates may apply. Reply stop to opt out. Terms and conditions apply. For full details, see unlock.com/legal. Actor portrayal.
Lisa, thanks for having me over. Your new kitchen is gorgeous. How'd you find the money to do it? We worked with this great company, Unlock. They help you unlock the future value of your home to get the cash you need today. So it's a home equity loan?
No, it's not a loan at all. There's no monthly payments and no interest charges ever. And you can use the money however you want. We were able to redo our kitchen and pay off our credit card debt.
Wow, Jack and I could really use this to finally pay off our old student loan debt. How do I get started?
$10 financed. Excludes tax tag registration, title, and dealer fees. See dealer for details.
Digging, grading, tilling, and mowing. All in a day's work with Yanmar, the tractor that works as hard as you do. Discover new possibilities at yanmartractor.com.
You won't be able to get through the football season unless you catch the latest news while you work. Lock in Cellini and Domino every weekday from 10 to 2 on 680 The Fan or the Fan app.
Braves leading 6-3 into the bottom of the 8th inning. First pitch, a called strike on Josh Bell. It's still Dylan Lee on the mound for the Braves. And Lee facing Bell, Lyle, and Garcia. And the Yanmar strike out the side inning. 0-1 to Bell. And there's a ball inside, 1-1. If the Braves strike out the side here in the bottom of the 8th, our contestant, Nick Wright, will be the lucky winner of a brand new Yanmar utility terrain vehicle. Enter all season long at Braves.com/Yanmar for your chance to win a Yanmar UTV. That'll be fouled back. You'll also be entered for a grand prize drawing at the end of the season. That'll be coming up very shortly. Yanmar built together back longer. So pulling for Nick Wright, as he's our contestant here at the bottom of the 8th inning with a Yanmar strikeout the side inning. 1-2 from Dylan. Fouled back. Just get a piece. Alongside Darren O'Day and our producer engineer Jonathan Chadwick, Ben Ingram here with you. Gloomy, cloudy evening, misting rain here in Washington. 1-2 from Lee on a miss outside. We had a beautiful night game one, and we said it on the broadcast. We were soaking it in because we knew that'd be about the only pretty evening we would have while we are here in Washington. That's certainly been the case, but trying to get this whole thing in. There's a ball low. In fact, yesterday before the doubleheader, we were looking at the forecast, and today looked worse than yesterday. But yesterday, at least at this point, was easily the worst, and we've been able to get lucky today as there have been some cells in the area, but they've not come to us. That'll be floated foul and into the seats down the first base line.
What a great job being a weatherman, huh? Or a forecaster. We were supposed to get over a half an inch of rain today. And
is that what it said?
Yeah, like 0.6 inches, and we've gotten a sprinkle thus far.
3-2 and a fly ball towards deep right center. Harris racing to his left. He's there. Makes the catch. Just shy of the warning track. One down here in the 8th inning. No winner in the Yanmar strikeout the side inning, but Nick Wright, thank you for being out there and playing this evening. One down here in the 8th. Well, it's hardly the first time that the forecast has been wrong when we've been in D.C. We've had times we've been here where we had a 2-3 hour rain delay and it never even rained. That'll be fouled back. That might have been, I don't know, 2016, 2017. They just kept thinking it was about to hit us, and it just never came.
The old no rain delay. Those are a lot of fun.
Just stood around. Here's the 0-1 pitch. That'll be swung on, miss. That's back when Joe was doing television. I don't think anybody had more fun that next day than Chip and Joe did, mocking the people involved with Nats Park and the tarp and the rain and the non-rain.
What year was that?
16 or 17, okay. I believe. Somewhere in there. 2 outside. They came on the telecast the next night, and Joe was holding an umbrella. And they had somebody off camera throwing little scraps of paper, white paper, out to make it look like it was snowing on them.
Weatherman Joe.
Joe was proud of that one. He should have been. That was a funny routine. Here's a 1-2 pitch on the way to Lyle. Lyle with a high fly ball to right. Rado drifting. Rado going to the warning track, and he's there for the out. Took him a while to find it. As you can understand, it's not an easy time to look up and find a baseball against that gray sky.
I think separately, because I wasn't on the team 16-17, I've done that here as well. So maybe it's a thing. You know, before the game starts, the home team has control of the game. So maybe the Nats are very proactive about that rain.
They were then. 6-3 Braves in the 8th. Huge swing and a miss by Garcia. It's in the hands of the teams until, I believe, lineup cards are exchanged.
Okay.
And then it's in the hands of the umpires at that point.
Yeah.
If I remember right. 0-1 chase and a miss by Garcia. It's either that or first pitch, but either or, you get the idea. Oh, 0-2 on Garcia. Lee in search of a 1-2-3 inning. 0-2. Tap foul at the first baseline.
Yeah, I learned that from my old manager, Buck Showalter, who has a bit of a reputation of being a micromanager, and he was the one controlling the game start times because, you know, he liked to be in on everything. So basically, Buck was the weatherman. You know, saying we're going to wait. We don't want to warm our pitcher up. Making those decisions.
2 fouled off.
Got to visit the weather room. All these parks have a room with a bunch of TV monitors and some advanced radar servers they pay tens of thousands of dollars for to try and help inform these decisions. It's a pretty cool little room.
They got all the information now. 0-2, just missed low. And a 1-2 count. Well, for the most part, these ballparks do a great job with all that. Still have some slip-ups here and there. I'd like to think they've gotten better about it here since that night we were talking about 9-10 years ago. Chase and a miss by Garcia. Went after a fastball up and away. Nice job by Dylan Lee. 1-2-3 8th. We go to the 9th. 6-3 Braves. Hey, Braves fans, it's Ben Ingram
For full details, including terms and conditions, visit unlock.com/legal. Call 1-888-780-6854 to speak with a representative today. Actor portrayal. Terms and conditions apply.
Lisa, thanks for having me over. Your new kitchen is gorgeous. How'd you find the money to do it?
We worked with this great company, Unlock. They help you unlock the future value of your home to get the cash you need today.
So it's a home equity loan?
No, it's not a loan at all. There's no monthly payments and no interest charges ever. And you can use the money however you want. We were able to redo our kitchen and pay off our credit card debt.
Wow, Jack and I could really use this to finally pay off our old student loan debt. How do I get started?
It's easy. Just give him a call or go to unlock.com.
Call 1-888-780-6854 to unlock the value in your home and get up to $500,000 in cash with no monthly payments and no interest ever. Use the money for home improvements, to pay off debt, or to add to your retirement fund. It's up to you. Visit unlock.com. That's unlock.com. Or call 1-888-780-6854 now to get started.
5 a.m. I'm up with a crisp Celsius energy drink. Running 12 miles today. Grab a green juice, quick change, and head to work. Meetings, workshops. One more Celsius, no slowing down. Working late, but obviously still meeting the girls for a little dancing. Celsius. Live, fit, go. Grab a cold, refreshing Celsius at your local retailer or locate now at Celsius.com.
Do you know the following baseball slang? Today's phrase is...
Won't keep you informed on what really matters to you. This is Home Team Brandon Leak reminding you to start your workday in the locker room weekdays from 6 to 10 on 680 The Fan and the Fan app.
Top of the 9th here in the district. Braves leading the Nats 6-3. Nats starter Brad Lord went 5 1/3. Then we saw Clayton Beater for 2/3, and Sarin Lau did 2 innings, yielding 2 earned runs. Now our old friend Shinosuke Ogasawara Old Shin. I'm going to call him Shin. I feel real like we're friends now because he's pitched 3 days in a row here. So really earning his paycheck here at the end of the year. This will be his 20th appearance of the season. 33 innings, 26 strikeouts. Braves roughed him up in the first game of the series. 2 innings pitched, 3 hits, along with 2 earned runs. Yesterday, a scoreless frame.
Top of the order there to greet him with Profar, Olsen, and Acuna. 6-3 Braves in the 9th. And Profar takes a first pitch ball outside. Showed him a curveball. That game in Arizona went final. Took 11 innings. Giants won 5-1 over the Diamondbacks in 11. Profar takes a ball low. So that's one of 4 finals. Cubs over the Pirates 8-4. Cubs secured a postseason spot with their win today. Reds beat the Cardinals 6-2. And the Orioles over the White Sox 3-1. Here comes the 2-0 pitch on the way to Jerickson Profar. And a called strike on the outside corner. One other game underway right now. The Tigers, whom we'll see next, are at home tonight versus Cleveland. That game scoreless in the top of the first inning. Here's the 2-1. Profar sends one in the air down the right field line, slicing foul. And into the section down there down the right field line. Two balls and 2 strikes. Did Halloween just come early for us?
Yeah, buddy.
Just did some trick-or-treating.
I chose treat.
Yeah, the fine staff up here in the press box. He just brought in a tub of candy for us to go through. What'd you get your hands on?
Oh, Reese's Peanut Butter Cup.
Me too. 2 misses low. You know, we made friends with our security guard friend down the hallway, and she's got a big bowl of candy, and she just brought it in right in the middle of the broadcast, and she can do that anytime she wants. 3-2 pitch. Tipped into the mid for strike 3. Into that changeup, so 1 down here in the 9th inning.
Yeah, what a nice surprise there.
That's perfect at the end of a long game.
Yeah.
Little Reese's Peanut Butter Cup. That'll work every time.
She read my mind. I was looking for something.
1 out for Matt Olson. Matt with a homer in the 7th. And Matt strokes one up the middle. Base hit. I mean, is this guy swinging it or what? Another hit for Olson. It's his 3rd of the game. He's gone 3 for 5. And altogether in this series, I don't think we're going to be able to get him to leave town. Matt has 10 hits in this 4-game series. He has gone 10 for 20.
That'll do.
We'll talk about wearing him out. 10 for 20 in a 4-game series. 6-3 Braves in the 9th. There's Acuna. And Ronald with a bouncer up the middle. That's out of the reach of C.J. Abrams. Base hit into left center field. Back-to-back singles by Olsen and Acuna. And they're at first and second with 1 down. For Ronald, that's his 3rd hit today. He has 8 hits in the series.
It's good to see him heating up a little bit. Man, if you get both of these guys hot, obviously Matt is hotter than hot, but it'd be fun to watch.
$13 hits for the Braves. Left on left matchup. Ball high and outside. Well, on top of that, you just mentioned that Ogasawara has made now 3 appearances in this series. He's not fooling anybody. Everybody's seen him.
Yeah. Yeah, this feels like a overworked bullpen. Just throwing him out there.
One-0 fouled off by Baldwin. First and second, 1 down. Lefty Ogasawara out of Japan brings the 1-1, and Baldwin clubs one in the air to center field. That'll lay down for a base hit. Olsen advances 1 back, and they are loaded. 3 straight singles by the Braves. Looking to leave no doubt here in Washington. Load him up for Ozzie Albies. And a chance to boost his RBI numbers right here. 14 hits for the Braves now.
That's a nice little setup here. Ozzie back to his old ways of mashing left-handed pitching. Hitting over 400 the last couple months against lefties. So you like this spot if you're the Braves.
First pitch to Ozzie, and a bouncer foul on the third baseline. Dane Dunning now tossing as well for the Braves in the bullpen next to Iglesias. That hit by Baldwin is the 50th hit of this series for the Braves. This is the fourth and final game of this series. 0-1 pitch to Ozzie. Chased a high limb. Missed a fastball. 0-2 on Ozzie Albies. So 28 runs on 50 hits in this series for the Braves. And a trip to Washington is exactly what the Braves bats have been looking for. Here comes the 0-2 pitch to Ozzie Albies. And Ozzie with a high fly ball to deep left center. Hassel drifting, squares up to it in deep left center and has it for the out. All three runners tag, all three advance. Olsen scores, and it's 7-3 Braves in the ninth. 2 down here in the ninth inning. RBI number 71 for Ozzie Albies. So down to second base for Drake Baldwin. Over to third base for Ronald Acuna. And Olsen scoring again. Kim is going to drive one right up the middle to base it into center field. This will score 2 runs. Braves are just pounding the Nationals now. That makes it 9-3 Braves here in the ninth. And none of these relievers have anything figured out versus these Braves hitters. With each new reliever, Braves just continue to mash the baseball at a very comfortable 9-3 lead.
I got to be honest, I was a little surprised when I saw Ogasawara warming up out there in the bullpen, but Miguel Cairo not too concerned about it apparently. But yeah, this Nats bullpen, we see why they're ranked 30th in ERA in the league.
2 down for Harris. There's a swing and a miss. By the way, as that play was taking place, I was trying to see how many consecutive games Matt Olson has scored at least 1 run. He has scored at least 1 run in 7 straight games. And a lot of that he's been driving himself in on homers, which he did earlier, but that time scores on the sac fly. And there's a ball shot up the middle by Harris and a base hit for Michael. Rounding second and heading for third base now is Kim. And it's a single by Michael Harris to put him at the corners, 2 down. So the Braves this inning have sent 7 men to the plate. Ozuna is about to be the 8th. And they have collected 5 hits in the 9th inning and lead 9-3. Ozuna has a 3-hit game, looking for a 4th hit. He's driven in 4 runs. First pitch to Ozuna, and he hits one in the air to left. He just missed it. Dalen Lyle on the other end makes the catch out in left field. And that ends the top of the 9th. But the Braves just continue to pound the Nationals. A 3-run 9th. We go to the bottom of the 9th inning, 9-3 Braves.
Now at Verizon, lock in our low price, plus call Latin America whenever. Call Abuelita for her croqueta recipe. Celebrate that goal with your primos. And save big with Verizon. Switch and get 4 lines for just $30 per line per month with unlimited welcome with auto pay plus taxes and fees. And free calls to Latin America for 3 years to an eligible country after $10 a month. Stop by your Miami Verizon store today. In times of congestion, unlimited 5G and 4G LTE may be temporarily slower than other traffic. Domestic data roaming at 2G speeds. Must add global choice plan within 30 days of activation. $10 per month credit applied for 36 months. Terms apply. Up to $5 per month to designated country. Overage rates apply.
Texting terms at unlock.com/SMS. Privacy policy at unlock.com/privacy-policy. Texting enrolls for recurring automated text marketing messages. Message and data rates may apply. Reply stop to opt out. Terms and conditions apply. For full details, see unlock.com/legal. Actor portrayal.
Lisa, thanks for having me over. Your new kitchen is gorgeous. How'd you find the money to do it?
We worked with this great company, Unlock. They help you unlock the future value of your home to get the cash you need today.
So it's a home equity loan?
No, it's not a loan at all. There's no monthly payments and no interest charges ever. And you can use the money however you want. We were able to redo our kitchen and pay off our credit card debt.
Wow, Jack and I could really use this to finally pay off our old student loan debt. How do I get started?
It's easy. Just go to their website.
Text EQUITY to 865-865 to unlock the value in your home and get up to $500,000 in cash with no monthly payments and no interest ever. Pay off debt, improve your home, add to your retirement fund. It's up to you. Text EQUITY to 865-865. Text the word EQUITY to 865-865. Text EQUITY to 865-865 now.
It's time to let the big dog scratch. Win up to $300,000. Play the Georgia Jackpot Scratcher from the Georgia Lottery. Today could be the day.
Hey, Braves fans, don't get tricked into following the baseball season or the Atlanta sports scene anywhere else. Listen to Cellini and Domino weekdays 10 to 2 on 680 The Fan.
Bottom of the ninth here in D.C. Braves continuing to punish this Nats bullpen, plating 3 more runs in the top of the inning to make the score 9-3. So Raisel Iglesias sits down. Dane Dunning is in the game. Dane Dunning was recalled on September 8th for his 3rd stint with Atlanta. 11 total MLB games this year with the Braves and the Rangers, sporting a 6.86 ERA. So looking to lower that here and lock this win away for the Braves.
Be a 4-game sweep. It'll be the first 4-game sweep on the road for the Braves since 2022 in Colorado. There's a called strike on Dylan Cruz. So assuming that the game ends here in the bottom of the 9th inning and the Nationals don't come back, the Braves have scored 31 runs in this series. There's a ball outside on 51 hits. They have 16 hits in this one. Here's the 1-1 pitch in the air to left field, and that's going to drop in for a base hit. Into the gap now and rolling to the wall. Once that hit the grass, that just shot out by Profar. And a leadoff double out of Dylan Cruz. In the first 149 games of the season, the Braves tallied 16 hits twice. That's their season high. And here in 4 games in Washington, they have tallied 16 hits twice.
Yeah, the only Nats pitcher that really challenged the Braves, you'd think, was Mackenzie Gore. You know, last night, game 2, really quality start.
Dunning misses inside with a sinker.
As I mentioned, the worst pitching staff in the league this season, something they're going to have to clean up before next year.
If you're trying to climb out of the basement of the National League East, where they have been 6th the last 7 years, that's where you have to start. There's a ball low. You can have all the up-and-coming sluggers that you want. If you can't pitch it and pick it, it's not going to be a good situation for you. Got to have pitching and defense. Here's the 2-0 pitch on the way from Dunning. Out off into the seats down the right field line.
And credit to the Braves. You know, you could come in here and just assume you're going to beat them. They were playing better baseball than us when we came here. And the Braves have battled and certainly turned that trend around here.
Yes, they have.
In short order.
2-1 pitch, and he hit him. It was a sinker from Dunning, and it got Adams on the left arm. So a double and a hit batter. And with that, some action will start up in the Braves bullpen. Well, the 6-run lead, the Braves are hoping that Dunning could get them through the bottom of the 9th inning, not even have to think about Iglesias, but just hasn't been going all that well lately for Dunning. That continues here. See if he can get a ground ball, turn 2. Robert Hassel 1 for 3 with an RBI double, and he takes a ball outside. We'll see these Nationals again next week in Atlanta. That'll be Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday of next week. 1-0 pitch fouled back by Hassel. 1-1. Of all these meetings between the Braves and the Nats, 13 altogether this season, but 7 of the 13 coming in the final 2 weeks of the season. 1-1 pitch. Outside and high from Dunning. Runners at first and second, no one out. 9-3 Braves, bottom of the ninth. 9 unanswered runs for the Braves after trailing 3-0 through 5 innings. 2-1 to second. Ozzy's got it. Squares and fires a second for 1, and Kim on the relay drops it. And they get just the 1 out at second base. He was trying to shoot off the bag, spin and fire, and the ball just came out of his hand. Fielder's choice for Hassel. And that's a 4-6 put out.
Yeah, that's a play that if Kim does return next season, that's a play they'll clean up. That's just two guys that haven't played together all that much out there in the middle of the infield, knowing where your partner likes the throw to turn it.
Brady House, the batter. First pitch sinker low and outside. I bet they'd love another crack at it right here. Try to iron it out and get a double play in the game. One-0 pitch, cracked in the air to right field, in for a base hit. Acuna plays it on a bounce. Cruz will score. RBI single by House. It's 9-4 here in the ninth. And now back to the top of the order. James Wood has 2 hits in this game. So it's Wood versus Dunning. Meeting at the mound between Baldwin and Dunning. For Dunning, 13 pitches, 6 strikes, and a lot of contact. Double, hit a batter, fielder's choice, RBI single. Pitch on the way, and Wood sends one in the air fouled on the left field line into the seats. Tell you what, man, it's game number 153 of the year. Nationals have been in last place just about since the first month of the season. They've got 90 losses. There's the 0-1 pitch. Wood swings and misses. And they still have some loyal fans doing that NATS chat every time they score a run. Those are some diehards.
Those are fanatics.
0-2 on Wood. Here's the 0-2 pitch, and he missed outside, 1-2. I mean, there's no enthusiasm there in the chant.
Yeah, just checking the box.
They're just going through the motions, but they're still here doing it as their team is trailing 9-4 in the ninth. 1-2 pitch, and Wood goes after that cutter load away and misses for strike 3. 2 down in the inning. Right now, let's pause 10 seconds for station identification on the Braves Radio Network.
Every Atlanta Braves game live on the air and streaming free on the app.
WCNN North Atlanta, a Dickey broadcasting station.
The Fan.
Looking for one more out. Here's Atlanta native C.J. Abrams. He's 1 for 4, left-handed batter. Takes a first pitch ball low. Story of this game, the 4-run 6th inning. Braves are trailing 3-0. And that 4-run 6th turned it all around. Braves with 4 in the 6th, 1 in the 7th, 1 in the 8th, 3 in the 9th. 1-0 to Abrams. Big swing and a miss at a sinker down. 1-1. If he reaches, Josh Bell would come to the plate. But Dane Dunning trying to get his man right here. Put this thing in the win column for the Braves. 1-1 pitch. Tapper foul of the first baseline. Nationals down to their final strike. The announced attendance for this Wednesday afternoon game in drizzly conditions, 14,420. There's the 1-2 pitch. And a ground ball out to second. Ozzy has got it. Throws to first, and the Braves win. It's a sweep here in Washington. Braves came in here and absolutely body slammed the Nationals. It's a 4-game sweep. And a really good start to this 2-city road trip. For the Braves, it's their 70th win of the season. And they win this ball game by a final score of 9-4. Back with the totals after this.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance supervisor at a manufacturing facility, he knows keeping the line up and running is a top priority. That's why he chooses Grainger. Because when a drive belt gets damaged, Grainger makes it easy to find the exact specs for the replacement product he needs. And next day delivery helps ensure he'll have everything in place and running like clockwork. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Go ahead, caller. Got a question for Michael Harris II?
Michael, seriously, is that your Ford Bronco?
Yeah, a customized Bronco Raptor.
What do you like about it?
It's a great drive, comfortable, lots of smart tech, and it's ready for just about any adventure. And I look good in it.
No matter where you go to find your next adventure, find it in a smart and rugged Ford Bronco or Bronco Sport SUV. For great offers, see your local Ford dealer. Proud sponsor of your Atlanta.
My day kicks off with a refreshing Celsius energy drink, then straight to the gym. Pre-K pickup, back home to meal prep. Time for my fire station shift. One more Celsius, gotta keep the lights on. When the 3-alarm hits, I'm ready. Celsius. Live, fit, go. Grab a cold, refreshing Celsius at your local retailer or locate now at Celsius.com.
Now at Verizon, lock in our low price, plus call Latin America whenever. Call Abuelita for her croqueta recipe. Celebrate that goal with your primos. And save big with Verizon. Switch and get 4 lines for just $30 per line per month with unlimited welcome with auto pay plus taxes and fees. And free calls to Latin America for 3 years to an eligible country after $10 a month. Stop by your Miami Verizon store today. In times of congestion, unlimited 5G and 4G LTE may be temporarily slower than other traffic. Domestic data roaming at 2G speeds. Must add global choice plan within 30 days of activation. $10 per month credit applied for 36 months. Terms apply. Up to $5 per month to designated country. Overage rate apply.
For full details, including terms and conditions, visit unlock.com/legal. Call 1-888-780-6854 to speak with a representative today. Actor portrayal. Terms and conditions apply. Not available in all states.
Hey, homeowners, can I get a minute of your time? If you need cash but don't want another loan, I've got the perfect solution. You can access up to $500,000 of your home's equity without monthly payments or interest ever with Unlock. This isn't a loan. It's a home equity agreement. With Unlock, you may qualify for cash today in exchange for a share of your home's future value. No debt, no extra bills, just financial flexibility on your terms. Use the money however you want. Home improvements, paying off debt, investing, or boosting your retirement savings. Unlike HELOCs, home equity loans, or cash out refis, there are no monthly payments. No stress. You've built this equity. Now it's time to use it. Go to unlock.com for more information.
Don't wait. Call 888-780-6854 to unlock the equity in your home and get up to $500,000 in cash with no monthly payments and no interest ever. Call 888-780-6854, 888-780-6854, or visit unlock.com. That's unlock.com for more information.
How do we respond to lowball offers from insurance companies?
With relentless litigation. For the justice you're entitled to after an accident, you know who to call.
Make it a FARA fight. Fair and FARA.
Tampa.
Once upon a dismal day, Bob's ice cream van looked gloomy and gray. Although he had big ambitions, his socials lacked creative vision.
That bad?
Maybe vamp it up a tad?
I have an idea.
Bob launched Canva and got into gear.
Create the video in the vampire theme and make it the funny SME.
It went viral. Bob's business, a revival. Now, imagine what your dreams can become when you put imagination to work at Canva.com.
You're tuned into Auto Intelligence, live from Auto Trader, where data, tools, and your preferences sync to make your car shopping smooth.
They're searching inventory.
Oh, yeah.
They find what you need.
They're gonna find it.
You can make a budget for your wallet to help you succeed. Pricing's precise and true.
So true.
It's smarter car shopping.
Ooh.
Just for you.
Oh, it's just for you. Ooh. Find your next ride at Autotrader.com. Powered by Auto Intelligence.
Ice, energy from Starbucks.
When you want that good afternoon energy, pick up new hydrating Starbucks iced energy with plant-based caffeine for a feel-good boost. Available in 3 refreshing fruity flavors: tropical peach, blueberry lemonade, and watermelon twist to give you the delicious taste you've been looking for. Energize your afternoon with new Starbucks iced energy. Find it in stores or online today.
You hear that? That's the sound of Pepsi Zero Sugar. The better tasting, more refreshing Zero Sugar Cola. Pepsi Zero Sugar. Let your taste decide.
The Off Base Podcast is on. Join Lauren Gardner and Xavier Scruggs for all the baseball buzz across social media.
I'm just practicing for when I have to tell the dogs about the twins, because they'll
be fine in the spacious third row seat.
But the twins
can sleep peacefully thanks to the rear manual sunshade.
And what about the
extra cargo space for strollers and dog beds?
I guess you're right.
Can we go to the hospital now? The contractions are getting closer.
The 3-row Lexus TX, because everyone should feel like the center of the universe. Click the banner to discover more. Experience amazing at your Lexus dealer.
Engineers, planners, and developers, do you have a project that needs a cultural resources survey? Contact Wiregrass Archaeological Consultants at diggingintothepast.com. That's diggingintothepast.com.
Hey, Braves fans, this is Chuck Oliver. You won't be able to get through the end of baseball season or the entire college football season without Chuck and Chernoff, weekdays from 2 to 6 on 680 The Fan and the Fan app.
Wrapping up a good one here in D.C. Braves win at 9-4 over the Nationals and sweep this 4-game series. Off day tomorrow, back into the action Friday night. Hope that you'll join us as we'll be bringing you the Braves and the Tigers from Comerica Park in Detroit, Michigan. Our Braves Radio Network coverage will begin at 5:25 Friday night with a Ford leadoff show. And then Darren and I have the first pitch at 6:40 Eastern, 5:40 Central. It'll be Bryce Elder on the mound for the Braves. Right-hander is 7-10 with a 5.56 ERA. Tigers have not yet announced a starter for Friday night. So for our guys back in studio, Joe Virgin and Cullen Madden. Also for Darren O'Day and our producer-engineer Jonathan Chadwick, I'm Ben Ingram saying so long and a good evening from Nationals Park in Washington, D.C. Final score, Braves 9, Nationals 4. Stay tuned for the Hyundai postgame show, getting going right now with Baird Salee.
Thank you very much, Ben. Let's get to our Xfinity play of the game, and it came courtesy of the bat of Matt Olson. His solo home run in the top of the 7th was his 7th home run this month, as Matt Olson is scorching hot in the final month of the season. Introducing the 5-year price guarantee from Xfinity. Get one consistent internet price for the next 5 years. No contracts, no curveballs. Totals, highlights, and sound from the clubhouse coming up after the break. You're listening to the Hyundai postgame show on the Atlanta Braves Radio Network.
Thanks for listening to Atlanta Braves Baseball on the Braves Radio Network, lit by Louisiana Hot Sauce. This broadcast of Atlanta Braves Baseball is a presentation of the Atlanta Braves and Dickey Broadcasting Company, Atlanta. Any use of the accounts, descriptions, and audio of today's game without the express written consent of the Atlanta Braves Major League Baseball Club and Dickey Broadcasting Company is strictly prohibited. Don't move, because the Hyundai postgame show is up next on the Atlanta Braves Radio Network, lit by Louisiana Hot Sauce.
When you need a lawyer after an auto accident, don't just choose any legal team. Make the right call with Ken Nugent. Ken is based in Georgia. Other big-name legal teams aren't even from this area. Strike one. Ken gets you your money quick, while other legal teams waste your time. Strike two. Ken and his team are with you from start to finish. Other legal teams pass you off to a secondary team. Strike three. 3 strikes. Those other legal teams are out. One call to Ken. That's all you need. 404-CALL-KEN.
One call, that's all.
Great teams win with smart plays. Just like great businesses win with Saia LTL Freight. As the exclusive freight and logistics company of the Atlanta Braves, Saia brings nationwide customer-first service that delivers every time. Need to move shipments across the country? Saia covers all the bases, coast to coast, to keep your business running smoothly. Make Saia part of your starting lineup. Visit Saia.com. That's SAIA.com.
Hey, Braves fans, some things just get better with time, like your love for the Braves and banking with Truist One Checking. It's checking for life, offering everyday essentials like no overdraft fees and a tap-to-pay debit card, and great extras you'll appreciate season after season, like automatic upgrades as your balances grow. Be ready every inning with Truist One Checking. It's life-ready checking that grows with you. Get Truist One Checking today. Truist Bank. Member FDIC.
Fall is here, but it's still hot here in the state of Georgia, which means pests like ants, roaches, and mosquitoes are out in full force. Luckily, you can trust the pros at Arrow Exterminators to keep your home pest-free inside and out. Arrow protects homes and businesses and is the official pest control provider of Truist Park and the Braves, so you know you're getting the best from the best. To set up a free pest inspection, call 888-GO-ARROW or visit arrowexterminators.com.
For game-changing performance on the field to getting things done around the house, doers make a difference. And when it comes to home improvement needs delivered right to your door, the Home Depot is how doers get more done.
You need all the energy you can get for game day. Luckily at Georgia Power, we know a thing or two about saving energy. We understand that energy costs are an important part of your budget. That's why we're dedicated to providing tools and assistance that can help make a difference, so you can save your energy for the game. Visit georgiapower.com/myenergy to learn more.
Ever wonder where the capital A in Chick-fil-A came from? It started with grade A, top quality chicken. But we believed everything, not just the food, should be grade A. The A in Chick-fil-A is for all the little things we do to bring you our best every day.
Hey Atlanta, it's the little things we do together that can make a big difference. Atlanta area Chick-fil-A restaurants are teaming up with the Atlanta Braves Foundation on the Home Plate Project to help fight food security for families in need. Show your support by visiting braves.com/homeplate to learn more about food distributions in your area.
Hey fans, Jim Chastain here with ASW Distillery. You know it's a tradition to propose a toast when you see the Fiddler Bourbon sign behind their batter's box during a Braves game. Or it should be. It's the most wonderful time of year when baseball and football seasons overlap. Fiddler pairs well with both sports. Look for our Fiddler Wheated Bourbon, our Fiddler Georgia Heartwood, and our new Fiddler Encore, named a top 5 small batch bourbon in the world, at your local package store, or pregame with us at one of our Atlanta area tasting rooms, including a new Concourse B location at the Atlanta airport. And go Braves!
Hey Braves fans, this is Kelly Kroll reminding you to join me on the Buck Belue Show weeknights from 6 to 8 when the Braves are off, and Saturday mornings from 9 to noon on 680 The Fan.
Another ball game is in the books, and we've got it all covered. This is the Hyundai Postgame Show on the Braves Radio Network.
Fly ball sent to right field and deep, and Matt Olson has just tied this bad boy up.
All the highlights, news, and audio from today's game is on the way. All driven by your local Hyundai dealer. Proud sponsor of the Atlanta Braves. Visit buyhyundai.com. Now live from the Battery Atlanta at Truist Park. It's time for the Hyundai Postgame Show on the Atlanta Braves Radio Network.
Welcome into the Braves Radio Network studios here in the Battery, Atlanta. Barrett Sallee recapping Game 4 of the 4-game set as the Braves top the Nationals 9-4. They complete the 4-game sweep. In fact, that is the first 4-game sweep over the Nationals/Expos franchise ever